And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to another weekend edition of the Sparkling Tuna Cup number 84, a very special edition, as of course I'm your host, Live VIP, but I am joined by something very special, by not my own plushies, by the Steel Mold himself.
I am plushy though. I'm fuzzy.
You have some fuzzy puppets available too. Yes, that is true. That is also true.
Here's my light puppet. Hello, I'm light. I'm light.
Oh god.
It's my light impersonation.
It's uncanny. It's uncanny. But yes, it has been far too long. Steel Mold, of course, he used to cast on our channel much more regularly, especially at amateur events. Quite some time ago. It's been a long time, but now we're back. You're back, Steel Mold.
Yes, I am.
Yes. And where are we? Take it away, Steel Mold. Take it away.
We are on TLMC20 Incorporeal, which is in fact not real because it's incorporeal. So it's not here. You're not. We do not have a map. You're not seeing it. It does not exist.
Oh, dang.
It's fake.
It's all in your head.
It's all in your head. You're seeing things. You're like, is this a map? Like, no, it isn't. In southeast corner of the map, all the way from the land of. I didn't even open up all the player thingies because I'm a professional. Our veteran, give it up for Percival.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the South Korean Protoss player, the Orange Protoss. It is Renyour. Here we go. And just to quickly remind everyone, first things first, if you're in the chat, predictions are now open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. And also a quick reminder, this is a special edition of the tournament where we are featuring the new Team Liquid map contest maps. We have a unique format, no vetoes as a result. It is loser's pick for the players.
Of course, you know what TLMC stands for, right?
Remind me, Steel Mold, what does it stand for? What does it stand for?
Timely illuminated, multiple cybernetics.
Oh, okay.
It's a very complicated term. It's, I can't explain it. Only smart people.
Yeah. But then it's the 20th edition though. 20th.
No, the 20 is silent.
Okay.
Because I couldn't come up with a joke for 20.
God damn it.
Look, I'm doing my best here. I haven't casted in what, like 2 years now?
It's been a while. It's been a hot minute, Steel Mold. It's been a hot minute.
It's been a while.
I'm happy to have you on.
Renyour is going with a quick Twilight Council. See, I forgot what the name of the building is.
Like,
thanks for reminding me.
He's like, he's getting the building. He's making something. It's crazy.
He's making the thing. He's making units. This takes me back to the first cast I did when I was like, oh, I have to save things. What do I talk about? This player is making things. These units.
When was this last cast? When was the first time you casted? Was this like back in the 90s?
2017. It was in fact you versus Lumia.
Let's go on Abyssal.
Yeah.
Sorry, was it on Abyssal Reef? Underwater? Under the sea?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I think it was after that.
After? Okay.
I don't think I ever casted Abyssal Reef.
No shot.
I came in later.
Okay. Maybe.
I'm not that old.
Or you are and you forgot.
I'm not that old.
It's one or the other. Yeah.
It's all good. All right, so we do have a game here going on.
Yeah, we have our game. Percival, he does open up 1-1-1. He does end up going for a bit of an earlier rush here as well. He does lift up the first Cyclone. He's moving out already. Hour has a decent Stalker count here, but he doesn't quite know where the attack is going to come from. He's split between the bases, and Percival is going for a split push.
Yeah. So I'm trying to get my camera to follow you, and it's not doing that for some reason.
No.
Forgot all my shortcuts. Oh, there we go. Damn. Okay. Alright, so Percival gets denied with the drop. It's not really doing anything. The Helium comes in here with a couple of Reapers, but the Stalkers are in position to prevent any further damage. Gets 3 probes. Not the worst, not really what you want, though.
Yeah, exactly. It's a couple of workers so far. 6 workers going to be going down. The medevac is barely going to escape as well. Barely does get away. Whew, and Hour does defend. And what I was going to say here, because I'm sure maybe some of these players are players that you're a little bit unfamiliar with, but I feel like this is very in theme. Hour, if you were unaware, Steel Mold actually played in the very first GSL, played in the very first GSL back in Wings of Liberty. He competed for a little bit, then he retired, and for whatever reason, like at the start of the year, after many years of retirement, he came back.
This is the old timers' day. I tell you, we're coming back.
So he's like me.
We're not dead yet.
Oh God.
Yeah. Alright, so Percival is preparing for this assault here with a bunker. He's got the Raven at the back there. You can just in the back pocket, as you will. So this isn't really going to do any damage. Hour isn't really interested in pushing here. This is just to keep the Terran sort of occupied while setting up his third base and getting his tech up. He's got I was about to say Zergling speed, but no, it's Zealot speed.
Yeah. The other one. No, he's speeding up, man. He's speeding up. You know, it's
speeding up.
Yeah.
Oh, this Banshee.
Yeah, Banshee goes down. So far, good defense here out of Hour. As you mentioned, yes, the goal here for Hour is to contain, right? It's to contain Percival to get an expansion, get his third base up and running. So far, is getting in a decent economic position across the map. Percival is not going all in. He's known for being aggressive, that is true, but there is a third TC on the way. So his goal here should be to break out.
There's also a Raven sneaking up in the west side of the map. Sneaky.
Yeah.
Ooh, hello.
Raven.
It hugged the very edge of the screen, just like. All right. Auto turrets doing some pretty decent damage. Not bad at all, even with the shield battery.
Yeah.
Probe zone done. Got the 1 Stalker as well, and Percival is pushing out on the map.
Yeah, he causes a distraction. He breaks out across the map. As he does this, the third base should soon be taken, but the goal here is to try to apply pressure to the third base of Hour. Hour needs a little bit more time, though, as he does have his Colossus on the way, but he still doesn't have it yet.
Well, charge is finished. +1 is finished for Hour. That's pretty good. Steam isn't finished yet. Bad timing here.
Yeah, Sim finishing up just for the main fight. Second tank does arrive, and you can see here, without Colossus, without splash damage, we just cannot engage.
Yeah. Well, the shield battery is almost finished. It's almost dead as well. Can Hour hold on here? The Colossus comes out.
Up.
Is it enough? No, there's too much biopower here, especially with these beefy marauders.
Yeah, he stims in, focuses on the Colossus tanks, they move in as well, and the third base has been broken. Hour, he was able to keep up with the aggression with the harassment, but GG gets caught, and Percival overwhelms, takes game 1.
Yeah, pretty nice. I was giving it to Hour for holding on to the holding through the harassment pretty well and taking up, but the timing, that Terran timing, that infamous Terran timing. It's too much. It's too much.
Yeah. Yeah, really powerful move out there from Percival. Does take it in the end. And now it is up to Reniauer here. As a reminder, it is loser's pick, so it is up to Reniauer to decide the map here that we're going to be jumping into. Again, our map pool is limited here. We are featuring 8 new maps from the TLMC.
Yeah, 8 lovely maps. Looks like Reniauer is choosing antimatter.
Oh, let's go.
Which does not matter because it's antimatter.
Uh-huh. What is antimatter? Uh-huh.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. That's good. It's good. It's good. I like it. God, no.
That is my one physics joke that I know. What is antimatter? It doesn't matter.
God
It
damn
doesn't.
it. God damn it. No.
Look. You want me, you get me.
It's great. It's great. It's fine. It's fine. But yes, we do
Right.
have our next map here that we're going to be jumping into. This is, as you said, a map that it doesn't matter, but does have that Shazam logo in the middle. There you go.
Ooh. Got lightning.
Yeah.
Just wanted to see what the rest of the bracket looks like. He's been stuck in Factorio for too long. Yes, I have. I have been
Oh no.
deep in the Factorio zone.
no.
I have many planets with many factories.
Uh-huh.
It's a thing.
I'm like, it's been 2 years. What have you been up to, Steelman? You're like, Factorio. that's all I've done for 2 years. Oh no.
All right, everyone. Yeah. Wait, why are you zooming in? No, wait. We do have to do the intro.
Yeah.
I'm boring light, so he has to move. I forgot you have to move. This is a Final Fantasy stream joke.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Nice. Welcome everyone to Antimatter, which in fact does not matter because it doesn't. We're in the southeast corner of the map, all the way from the land of Korea. Give it up for our orange Protoss. It is Reniauer.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have the red Terran player, himself, leading the series 1-0. It is Percival. And Sealmold, what does TLMC stand for?
Too little machine consciousness. That's when your AI is just garbage on your phone, and you're like, I need an upgrade.
Okay. So too little or too little?
That 20 is silent.
Oh god.
Yep.
See, this is what we missed. This is what we missed. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
What you asked for. This is what you asked for in chat. I know you. You've been like, Stan, why are you coming back to casting? This is what you get.
Have you done what is TLMC before? Like, I know you've done what is LE. Have you?
No, this is fresh new bespoke memes. Like,
there you go.
have you forgotten who you're casting with here?
This is yeah.
just as I stand, good James Beckstim nap in chat. Good timing, I stand. Only the freshest memes here.
Only the freshest. Exactly. So you still got it. Still got it. I don't know where it is, but I'm sure I've got it. God damn. As I settle into our game, so far nothing too crazy here. Similar opener to what we saw previously. We get a full scout here with the Reaper. Reaper is going to be denied, but does scout at least. Does figure out the opener of any hour.
And we have a Twilight Council.
There you go.
I didn't have to read it this time, I remember.
Your short-term memory is still there.
I'm sure I'll forget it by next game. But it's okay.
It's fine. It's fine. But yeah, this is one of the more interesting maps in the map pool, other than visually, of course. Visually, there's a lot of electricity, there's a lot of lasers and static going on, 100%.
This map is electrifying.
Yeah. I see what you did there. I see what you
You see what they did there? It was very clever.
Ah.
I saw electricity and I said
Yeah.
it was electrifying.
There you go.
Einstein level puns here.
I can't argue with that. I can't.
You shouldn't.
True.
Don't engage.
But we do have our pocket base as well. You have three bases to yourself. Your natural, your main base, and your pocket base is like minerals leading out into the open. There's a gold base on the right-hand side. There's a slow zone. There's rocks. There's a lot going on here. And yeah, I at least appreciate the map maker for I mean, again, just kind of like adding as much as possible. It almost feels like there are some of the maps that are a little bit more generic. There's a little bit less like creativity going on. But here, you know, I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
I do have one question. How do you like the excessive Reaper ramp accessibility on these bases?
You mean the one here into the main?
I'm sure you do not enjoy it.
I mean, to help balance that out, it is like a double Reaper cliff, so like they have to go up one level, then up another, so like that gives more opportunities for the defending player to deal with that. Meanwhile, my jump does come in, and the split!
Oh, Yakuzaku will be proud.
Oh. Beautiful.
12 probes go down. The medevac does go down as well. So it's a bit of a punishment, but yeah, losing 12 workers at this stage of the game for the Protoss, not good.
Yeah, that should not have happened. That's double the amount that Reniara lost last game to like the Banshee, like Hellion Reaper harass. So very nice damage here from Percival. Now the pressure's on Reniara. The pressure's on the Protoss to do some kind of counter damage. Now what you mentioned before, I mean, it's a bit of a double-edged sword. Yeah, sure, we have a big Reaper cliff here into the main base. Likewise, Stalkers can dive in as well. But you can see Percival already getting ready here with bunkers, with tank positions as well. He's getting ready for the counterattack.
Yeah. Oh, nice blink in here to the mineral wall. Oh, can he get a tank? No, he's not going to go for the tank. Just going to go for a big scout. Sees all the production of Terran. You can see the timing that's coming.
Yeah,
it's going to be enough though.
Yeah, he does scout, but that was an expensive scout. That was 5 Stalkers going down. Ideally, he wanted to at least get a tank, maybe some add-ons, maybe some economic damage. But as you mentioned, Percival, he was ready for it, and Percival, he shut down the Stalkers.
Oh, we had Raven harassment at the back of Reniara's main base. Got a couple of probes, but nothing too crazy. Yeah, I'm not happy with Reniara's situation right now because Percival is setting up that timing, and Reniara is even in a worse position than he was in the previous game.
Yeah, as you mentioned, like we're about to break out, right? It's like the tanks are building up. Stim is almost done. When Stim finishes, then Percival is going to push. Now, what we can say is that this map is larger. It's a much larger map, so it takes longer to get across the map. So Reniara, he will have a couple of extra seconds to himself. But the question becomes, is it going to be enough to survive the tank push?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Also, just for the sake of Kuro's sanity, I'm going to mention the minimap colors.
Oh yeah,
going insane.
No, yeah.
And I think it's the mist. You see, there's like an effect, a mist effect, on the tiles.
Yeah.
For some reason, it translates into green on the map.
Well, I don't know if you noticed as we're moving out, there's like this like static effect here on these ramps, right? That's also showing as red on the minimap. I don't know if you can see, but there's like a red little like yeah. That's what that is.
Yeah, there's other stuff showing up as red on the minimap, which is very disturbing. Especially when you're playing against a red opponent. I'm being under attack. No, I'm not. I'm being under attack. No, I'm not. I'm under attack. No, I'm not.
Yo, I'm getting.
Your adjutant is going crazy. Like,
It's freaking out. Speaking of freaking out, by the way, we pull the boys. The boys are being pulled. It's going to be a two-base all-in.
Ooh. Got ourselves an anti-armor missile there. It's a nice little addition. Got 5 tanks.
Yeah, 5 tanks. The
Kaboom
boys are here to
boom.
buffer.
That's a lot of kaboom boom.
That's a lot of tanks. The Colossus, Colossus,
the
it's not going to
gets
come out.
denied. Yeah, this is bad. Okay.
Yeah, it's
Kind of
Percival.
bad.
He breaks through the natural. Reniao, he's just zoned away. Freedom has arrived. We have liberation zones as well. We have the tank line. We just cannot engage. He cannot get to his own natural, nor without a recall.
Yeah, and there's been nothing to defend. Reniao isn't even can't even make any units right now. But there's a recall into the main base, trying to push this out, but the natural has fallen down. There's still a pocket base, so this is one advantage that this map has on the previous one. That you can somehow survive if you have some units, but look at the supply, especially the army supply. Ugh.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is that he sniped the robot, right? Like, he sniped the robot, so there's no Colossus.
Yeah.
And there will never be any Colossus here as a result, so there's no splash damage. Percival is pushing his way in. GG gets called, and Percival takes it.
Yep, it's 2-0. Not bad at all.
GG, well played. Congratulations, Percival. He does claim the series. Shout out to Reniauer. Again, Reniauer, a very old school player, does compete. Had his own, showing here, but last does go down in the first round. Percival has been on fire, though. Percival, he's also a player that, pseudo-retired last year, stepped away from the game for, a year, I want to say. Not too long, but came back in December, and Percival has been looking good.
Yeah, and yeah, Reniauer played pretty well, but again, it's those Terran timings. If you're not prepared for them and you take too much damage in the early harassment, you're just kind of dead no matter what you do. It's not like you can. It's not like as a Protoss you have a lot of options of how you can defend at that point in the game. It's like, well, it tried. It gave it a good fight, but yeah. It's just impossible. Once you take that early game damage, and you don't have everything prepared for that Terran push, you're done. Also, we already have Shameless waiting for Percival.
Yes. We are heading over to the American server. We're heading over to NA for our next series. Shameless, of course, is from Europe. Percival from Korea, so they're going to be facing off in the over on the NA server. But along the lines of what you were saying is, it isn't just difficult to defend as a Protoss when you take early game damage. That is true. But shout out to Percival for recognizing how kind of vulnerable Reniauer was, and that's why he pulled the boys. Right? He's like, yo, you're already going to have a hard time defending. Let's just send it. Let's just pull the boys. Let's just commit.
Everyone.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the risk of the Terran timing push, right? The two-base push. If it fails, you are screwed. So better pray that it works.
Oh yeah. Exactly, as we are going to be flowing one TVP into the other. Here we go. We're going to be featuring our next map, Selaginea. Selaginea. There you go. Guinea. Oh, best of luck. It's like a root or something. It's like a herb.
Selaginella. It's a plant. I actually I did research on that and I already forgot what I.
You're like, I don't remember, but I looked it up.
Selaginella.
Yeah.
It's what was it? Spike moss, it's called.
Yeah, something like that. Sure.
It's actually kind of pretty if you look it up on Wikipedia. It's got these little patterns on the leaves. It's pretty cool.
There you go. Take it away.
Alright everyone, welcome to TLMC20 Selaginella. Selaginellius means it's just a plant. I have no idea what's there's no connection or anything. It's there is that pattern on the map tiles, but it's kind of plantish. But
Yeah. There's moss. There's moss all over the place. Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of.
Yeah.
Anyway, TLMC stands for turning luminal majestic cockroaches.
Excuse me.
20 is silent. In the east side of the map, we have our blue Protoss. Give it up for Shameless.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have the South Korean Terran player, the Red Terran. It is Percival. And if you're in the chat, predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat as we jump into our quarterfinals match. Another TVP.
We have Kuro and Aistan supplying the local namings of Salaginela. Wildiczka is the Polish one.
Yeah.
Seems. And Aistan is supplying the Danish, I think. The it's very accurate. I'm very good with languages.
I can tell.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Fantastic. Ooh, we have an early not starport. It's start. The old patterns, they're coming back. Saying starport instead of Stargate. I'm beginning to see why I quit this game.
God. It's like, why did they just come up with a brand new name? Why does it have to start with the word star? What's going on?
Stargate, Starport, Gateport, Portgate.
In StarCraft as well? Like what? They're just not creative enough? Like what's
Gateway, Stargate.
SG1.
Yes. Actually, a great show. I want to watch it again. They pulled it off of Netflix a few years ago, and I've been trying to see where I can watch it, and I can't.
Fair. I've never seen the entirety of SG1 because it's like 10 seasons or so. It's like huge. It's like a long time.
Yeah, it's one of the longest running sci-fi shows ever.
Yeah,
so it's pretty good. I like it. There are also movies as well. There's like 10 seasons and like 3 movies or something like that.
10 seasons, 3 movies. Let's go. I've only seen the first one. I've only seen the first one, and the first one like doesn't even have the original cast, right? Don't they like recast almost everyone for the show?
It has some of the side casts. The supporting characters. Some of them are the same actors, but yeah, no.
Fair.
They weren't going to drag Kurt Russell to Canada for 15 years to make a TV show. He's making enough money.
Fair enough. But yeah, we did have a double gas opener out of Percival. Does move out with the early drop. This time Shameless in position. As you pointed out, this time a very different kind of dynamic. No Twilight Council, no Blink, instead Phoenixes.
We got Robo Stargate. Got completely different, just mech Protoss.
Yeah.
But it is pretty good at preventing these early game harassments that we so hate at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, I mean, so far I'm liking the aesthetic choice here as well. It's very green, very purple. We have a pocket base, by the way, another pocket expansion. This map is smaller though. It's smaller than the map that doesn't matter. This map does matter. It's a little bit smaller.
It's my joke, and I still find it funny.
God damn it.
It still catches me by surprise.
But this is a new feature here in StarCraft. I don't know if you can see it, Steel, but there's like
a hatchery.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a hive. That's a hive.
It's just a blown up tumor. It's like a massive tumor basically, and it dies over time.
This is a tumor.
Yeah.
It's an Arnold Schwarzenegger tumor.
Oh, God. As Percival is going for his first push, bearing in mind, no stim. Stim only just began, so this is mainly focused on the tank.
No, gets an adept, nothing more. I do like the plant life here. It's very nice, very varied.
Yeah, very nice.
A couple of cloaked banshees sneaking in through the finishes.
Yeah, they get what, 8, 9, almost up to 10 worker kills.
Yeah, 11 worker kills in all for 2 banshees. The 2 banshees do not survive, but still, that takes the Protoss back in terms of economy. That's the point. Holding the Protoss.
Yeah, so far, really good damage here by Percival. Does move out at the same time, but this time we do see Shameless. He gets eyes on the move out. He's aware. He's ideally trying to catch reinforcements or pick off like a medevac, pick off a Viking. He actually does force Percival back home.
I'm alive. My display driver crashed. For some reason, it went off the Discord call.
Oh, okay. Because that's just stay with us, Theo. Stay with us. It's okay. He's still in game.
I'm okay. I'm still here. I'm not dead yet.
He stumbled for a minute, but yeah, you're still upright. It's all good. It's all good.
There we go. I turn on my camera so I don't mess up the overlays. Otherwise, Kuro will shout at me.
It's like she can't hurt you anymore, Steel. She's not here. She's not here.
She's not even here and she's still shouting at me. She's in my head.
She won't stop yelling.
I'm the puppet. Alright. Alright, so Percival is trying to push here. Shameless has quite a lot with 2 Colossi, these 2 Immortals on the ground, and the Finishes in the sky. It's not as easy a push as we saw in the previous match.
Yeah, as you mentioned, right, like with this more like quote-unquote like mech composition, like there's a more robust army. There's 2 Colossus, there's 2 Immortals as well, but there's not a lot of buffer, right? There's not a lot of Zealots, not a lot of Stalkers, so potentially Percival can still break through. He's trying to make his way in, actually gonna be headed towards the main.
I just realized he only has 1 medivac, so he can't even pick up this army and just jump into the main. Only a handful of greens here. Which, I think Shameless shouldn't be taking that bait. We're going to go into these tanks. Lifting up the tanks. Nice. The Colossi are doing a number on these bio units, and Percival's army is just disappearing.
Very nice engage. He shuts down the bio, shuts down the tanks, recalls into the main, pulls away the workers in time, only losing 2 workers, does lose some of his production, does get depowered, but a very nice defense here by Shameless.
Nothing happened. I didn't disappear mid-sentence.
Yeah, Shameless, he defends well, he shuts down the push, and the problem there, Percival, he did thankfully expand, but he was very dedicated. He lost how many? He lost 5 tanks, Jesus, in that push.
Yeah, that's a lot, and that's what I said before. You know, the risk of this 2-base Terran push is that if you lose it, you are in big trouble, because now look at the army supply. The favorite is in Shameless side now, and he's got all these beefy Protoss units.
Yeah, he's got the tanks, he's got the Immortals, he's got the Colossus, he has a Prism as well to reinforce. He can try to head towards some of the pocket bases or even right down the middle, and here to defend there's 1 tank. There's currently 1 tank here for Percival. No bunkers either, so there's not really much actually to hold on.
Yeah. Got some Archons on the way as well. All the beef. All the beef is coming.
You got it back. It's the beef wave. Let's go.
Yes. No, we need for the beef wave. We need a lot more charge lots.
Okay.
But the walkers are being pulled and they are being lost. And I think Percival is going to be going down here. No, the Colossi are dead.
Yeah, the Colossus, they got targeted down, but we have Zealot reinforcements coming in. Mine shots going off. They deal with most of the Zealots, and with that, the Bio army is barely going to hold on.
I caster cursed Shameless. Sorry, Shameless. Unlike you, I am ashamed.
How could you? How could? Shameful. Shameful.
Shameful, shameful.
Percival, he does hold on. The downside, though, he did pull the boys, and it cost him 23 SCVs. He lost 23 workers there, so he does take a big economic blow.
However, he does have 3 bases, and he's got mules. So, if you look at the income, it's not that terrible right now in terms of with the interception of the drop here. It's going to buy Shameless a lot of time, and this is not going to do any damage, and Percival is going to lose yet another army.
Yeah, he's going to be forced back. Nice deflection here from Shameless. Meanwhile, Shameless gets his 4th base up and running. Again, he does have a solid economy behind this, but he does have to rebuild. As you just mentioned, Shameless, he lost a lot in that fight. He has to rebuild that Colossus count from scratch.
Yeah, and it takes a lot, you know. They're very big. You have to build the legs, and then you have to like balance them out, and then you have to build the meat section, and then you have to take that giant head, and you just like drop it slowly on the thing. All this has to come out from a robotics facility.
You have to test the alignment.
Like smaller than the Colossus.
Yeah,
it's smaller than the Colossus. How? Explain.
How's that make any sense, Blizzard? What's going on? Huh? What's
that
happening?
robotics facility has a giant birth canal to get that head out of its womb.
Oh no. What's like a Stargate?
It's a weird image.
It's like a Stargate, right?
Yeah, it's warping in the parts, but it's still, you know, it's massive. It does remind me of the Carbots animation, where the carrier gets out of the Stargate, and it's just like...
God, no.
Yeah, that was fun.
It's similar to...
I watched the whole Carbot series every year or so, beginning to end.
It's similar to when the Drop Lords, when they pick up, like, Ultralisks. Well, Ultras, they just jam their way into, like, a Drop Lord, and they, like slowly, like carry them away, because it's so heavy.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Carbots is funny.
Yeah, they're still doing content nowadays. I think they decided their Monster Hunter series.
Yeah, they branched off into different games that I don't play, so I have no idea what's going on. I see the beat, and I was like, I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, like, I don't understand the reference. Is this funny? I mean, I don't know. Smurge.
Shameless actually retaliating pretty good.
They just need bits of Factorio. That's what they need.
No, it's too complicated. See, the problem with Factorio is that you only have really one character, which is you. So it's kind of doesn't make any sense. Also, you have to like animate all the factory, which is insane. It's not something you want to do in animation.
Fair enough. Fair enough. As you're saying, nice little run by here does get into a mineral at the same time. Percival, he gets across the map at the same time, so does Shameless.
Shameless is a lot working in the name of Percival. They're just battering each other here right now. This is insane. This is somehow turned into a long game.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, but Percival is still on the back foot. He will lose everything across the map. There were ghosts in there as well. A very expensive drop there from Percival. Mineral line goes down as well. Percival, he is struggling to hold on, and Shameless, he has finally built up that Colossus count once again, up to 4 Colossus.
Yeah, thing is, it's not... There's only one Immortal, there's no Warp Prism. If Percival can snipe these Colossi somehow, I think he might still have a chance. I was trying to give it some... I was trying to bring hope. Where there is none.
Like...
And Shameless is like, nah, this is the Colossi. I'm like, nah. For a Colossi. Listen, I got places to be. Let's finish this.
GG, well played. Shameless does claim it. Again, a unique style here from Shameless, opening up Stargate into Robo. Honestly, it's kind of an old school style, isn't really seen too often nowadays, but on some of these larger maps, especially on a map where you have a secure pocket expansion as well, we saw Shameless get away with quite a bit there. So GG does take a game for the Protoss. He's avenging Rennie out. He's avenging it.
Yes, yes. All the Protoss. They're always avenging one another and ire and the same, just avenging in general. They're very vengeful.
Mm. Yes.
So that's why these zealots are always so angry. I got confused between angry and hungry. Just.
Uh-huh. So,
I speak English
they're so
fluently.
They're so hangry. They're so hangry, and the problem is that alas, they have no mouths. They can't eat. Well, what can they do?
Can't scream, can't eat, can't talk, can't walk. Only thing about me is the way I walk. How about that? Those 90s, late 80s, early 90s music references. Phil Collins would be proud.
Do you see what just
happened? If you even have any idea who that is.
No. It's before my time. Before my time.
He was ancient before your time.
Do you know what just happened, by the way, Steel?
What?
So currently there's another event going on called the Pigsty Festival. Pig is running a tournament, and it looks like they just opened up a lobby at the same time that we did, and because I have the other casters on a friends list. Indy, the Polish caster, Sub-Zero, he's the Russian caster. We had TKL, the French caster. They all joined our lobby thinking it was Pig's tournament. I'm like, guys, you should
bring him in. Come on in. Why not? The more, the merrier. We can appropriate all of their views for our purposes. And we can go to advertisers and say, look, we play this game. This is one game. We had so many views, so many countries.
There you go.
Give us money.
God.
Anyway, we are on TLMC20. Kill switch. Engage! We're in the sort of northeast corner of the map. We have our blue Terran currently up 1 in the series. Give it up for Percival. Sorry, down 1 in the series. I know numbers.
You got there. And spawning in the center left-hand side of Kill Switch, we have our red Protoss player representing Team Little Fairy. It is Shameless.
Oh, it's got a little fairy thingy.
Yeah, it's a little fairy. Yeah.
Clap, clap.
If you remember, they were.
That's forgot the reference.
It's the thing that forgot how to fly.
No, clap your hands so that you save the fairy from existing. Peter Pan. All the young people references right here on the CranKy Ducklings. This is why you brought me back from the grave.
Oh, Peter Pan, you mean that live action movie that came out? Is that what you mean? Is that's what you're talking about, right, Steel?
Sure, yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Not Hook, the 90s movie with Robin Williams.
Oh, that was a great movie. That was, it had Rufio.
Rufio,
yeah.
Bangarang.
They had like a skate
park. Bangarang, man, Bangarang. which people only know because Skrillex made a song with it 15 years ago, which is already old people's stuff.
Oh no. God damn.
Like, I remember the Peter Pan thing, they think.
Yeah, I never listened to Skrillex.
You are old.
I don't, but
you are old. All the cool kids listen to Skrillex. You're not hip with the times, right?
Apparently, yes.
All right, so we have a bit of a bunker rush here by Percival. Nothing too crazy, just a bit of harassment. It's not likely to do much.
Yeah, I mean, it was a really nice start for Percival. If you remember, he eBay blocked, right? He eBay blocked, so he forced the unnatural out of Shameless. Already kind of an awkward start for the Protoss player. Likewise, 2 probes going down and good damage. There has been a recent change, though. As a reminder, the bunker can no longer salvage, or it can, but if it gets attacked, the salvage gets disrupted. You can interrupt the salvage.
I did not know that. Well, Shameless is retaliating on the other side of the map with the proxy star gate port. Building what makes things.
Yeah.
But it's still gonna have to survive this Hellion run by here.
Yeah.
It's pretty dangerous.
Ex-
Oh no, the Hellions, they're just standing there, they're not doing anything.
Oh, yeah, Hellions are on hold position. One Hellion goes down, the other two Hellions, they bust into the main base, but the shield battery is done in time, and the Hellions, they don't get any damage done.
Kuro, what's the button for the thing that killed? What kills? Thing that died?
Shift L, Shift L.
Oh, L, shift L, shift L. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. I remember how to cast and observe.
God damn it. Wait, that was 3 Hellions going down. Bunker was killed, not salvaged. The base is saved. And as you were mentioning, now Shameless, he is ready for a counterattack. The gateway is ready, and now he can warp in across the map.
And Percival does not know about that proxy Stargate, so...
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bit of miscontrol out of Shameless, so he moved commands into the army, he gets called out, and Shameless, he loses, what, 3 Stalkers there. Very nice defense here by Percival, and Shameless has to get the hell out of here.
Yeah. I was hoping for Shameless to get a little more out of this little push, but... Yeah, no, didn't happen. Also, we got Cyclones.
The Cyclone. Yeah, the Cyclone has arrived, does defend.
Tank engine.
Ah, that was that was very, very attitude. I was wondering, but okay.
Listen, I was not selected to be here for my singing prowess. For my musical talent.
Fair enough. That's a deep cut. I don't think I don't think that exists anymore, does it?
But I was more referring to the meme from Compass,
yeah.
But
Yeah. But like
Thomas, I didn't even watch Thomas the Tank Engine when I was a kid because it wasn't here.
Fair enough.
I just know it by proxy. And I know it by the fake shows that kind of clone that premise and did thing, like the one with the airplanes.
Yeah, that was an airplane one. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I remember all of these. Right, first of all, coming in here, doesn't quite manage to push it up.
Yeah, Shameless does go for the dive, takes on the tank. Nice snipe here by Shameless, and thanks to the shield, he barely does pull away, trying to catch another reinforcing tank.
Yeah. And yeah, Shameless kind of stuck here between the anvil and the rock here. It's not the anvil, the hammer and the anvil.
The anvil and the rock.
What
are you doing to the anvil? What's happening?
Ding ding ding.
Just smashing it with a rock.
Smash anvil, smash rock.
Oh, no. Like, I don't
First
know
of all,
why my
getting some,
blacksmithing career
weapon
never
damage
kicked
here.
off. Like, I don't know what happened. It just never worked out.
I had a joke, but I decided not to say it anyway.
God.
Just so you know what that silence meant. Yeah, Shameless not quite getting damage across the map. Percival does get some, but now stuck without an army. There is a tank in the bunker here, so I don't think Shameless is able to really get... Do we ever see even anything being made from that proxy gateway?
We initially yes, but from there we haven't. I mean, the prism has arrived. We can blink into the main. So far there is a tank, but it looks like it's gonna be focused down.
Yeah, tank gets focused down, even though it was hugged by workers. There's just more Marines here. It's not going to be enough. Shameless can kite this. Oh, no, decides to back away.
Shameless.
I'm not sure if that was the right choice here.
Yeah, I mean, he's forced back. He gets punished for diving in. I mean, he did get the tank, for sure. He did get the tank, which was a nice pickoff initially, but now he's calming things down. He's splitting off a little bit. He's taking his third base. He's resaturating and working towards charge as a follow-up. Not Colossus. Not yet.
Yeah. We do have a second drop here at the back of Percival's main. They use a tank to defend there, so it's still causing damage by preventing Percival from mining. So that's a nice addition, as long as he doesn't lose that warp prism.
Yeah, it does deny mining time. We do see his Shameless rotating towards the south side, just in time to meet up with the drop. Oh god!
Oh, nice catch!
Oh.
Blink! Like all those Marines are like, get me out of this medevac! It's going to die! I'm just pooping them one by one. Like, no, me first!
As Shameless, he defends well just in time, getting a 4th expansion. Percival, meanwhile, is looking to break out, and he has yet to get a 3rd CC, so still stuck on 2 bases.
Oh, Shameless
but
is going into the cold one.
Does station time. And we're going for the all-in.
The boys, all the boys are being pulled. Oh, okay. Percival does have a bit of a timing advantage here right now.
Yeah, it's on Shameless to slow this down. Charge is done. He's going to try to pick away at these forces. And remember, Shameless, he can't afford to give up a base. He doesn't have to save it, doesn't have to hold on to it because Percival's all in.
Yeah. Like this worker's just standing around. Just, go do something.
Yeah,
I think Percival is taking too long here. Shameless is in the Percival's main base, killing what's left of the workers there.
Yeah, we do see a massive Zealot counterattack catching reinforcements. Bearing in mind that Percival, he's already all in and he should be bleeding out these units back at home. Nice defense here on top of the ramp will buy some time. But against Shameless, he's also buying time for his Colossus.
I think this might not be as all in as we had thought. If Shameless loses some more workers here, Percival is actually in a decent position.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, he does force his way up the ramp. The bay is going to go down. That means that the one Colossus is going to be the only Colossus here that can pop out, so no more Colossus production. But Percival, he will lose all of his SCVs back at home. He's got 28 workers. He's on a 1-base economy, but he is pushing into that Nexus. Oh.
But Shameless is kind of also on a 1-base economy. Well, assuming this base goes down.
Yeah.
Which it actually might. With the Liberators and tanks to back the Marines up. Yep. Shameless is now on 1 base.
Yeah, and he's going to try to commit. He's going to try to break out Zelsi coming from behind.
Oh, so that's coming from behind. Yeah, that's the winning move. There we go.
Yeah, he will clean up the tanks. The Colossus does go down, but the Zelsi will clean everything else up, and with that, Shameless, he will hold.
He picked up the workers.
Yeah.
Some workers actually survived this.
He's there for his boys, mate. He's there for them. Let's go.
Yeah. I mean, economically, they're kind of the same right now. Well, Shameless does have this extra base, but he's not mining.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there we go. Now we're mining.
Yeah, so we have...
I think Shameless is in a better position. Nice warping with the back, but there's nothing to kill there.
Yeah, he warps in a couple of Zelts. As you mentioned, Shameless is on 2 bases. Percival's still being active, so is Shameless. But Shameless, he doesn't have the best army right now either. Remember, he lost a Colossus. He cannot rebuild it.
Yeah. Nice uses the force fields to split up these Marines. Hey, there's still a lot of them. There we go. GG's called. Percival gets the sideways 1-1. Whew. That was scrappy.
I forgot that's what we called it.
That's why I need to be here. Sorry, I forgot to turn on my camera. I decided to shut off my camera when we were in game. Hopefully that'll prevent my my graphics card from crashing all the time. Yeah, this was a very scrappy game.
Yeah, very
Went
scrappy.
a lot, but very back and forth. 2 proxies. One of the cross proxy. Call it like this.
Yeah.
Cross proxy here, proxy from here, from
They cross the beams.
Yes, they cross the beams. Never mind. It means something else.
Oh no.
But yeah, it somehow turned into a decent mid game, but then into an all-in by Percival, which we all thought was failing.
Yeah.
Somehow managed to succeed.
Where Shameless, he was able to hold on after the all-in, he was able to clean it up. That is true, but again, he lost the bay, he lost any kind of potential Colossus production, and Percival did preserve his army. He did preserve his bio at least, like some Marines, some Marauders, some of the boys as well, and with that, he was able to keep it going. Yeah, for sure.
The forgotten supply blockers. Let's forget about them. Terrans that lose their medivacs lose the game. That's the rule. If you keep the medivacs, you know, you can rebuild everything else, but medivacs take a while.
Yeah. So very well done there by Percival to tie things up. We're tied up. We're going to the ace match. And looks like our map of choice here is going to be Spirit Crusher.
Spirit Crusher. Otherwise known as the DMV.
Okay.
Department of Motorized Vehicles. Or any other bureaucratic
No.
nightmare of an institution in your local area.
Uh,
Where you go in there and you're like, couldn't have just sent an email. Why do I have to be here? You have to take a note, like a thing, so say, stand in line, stand in the queue.
Yeah.
You sit there and you're like,
True. We're loading
and with
into-
our spirits crushed, we are on TLMC20 Spirit Crusher, where your spirit is to be crushed. We're in the northeast corner of the map. Side was 1-1 in this series. It is our blue Protoss. Give it up for Shameless.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the South Korean Terran player, the red Terran. It is Percival. See, I thought you were gonna take it the other way and be like the map maker here. He really did not like ByuN. Just really didn't like it. He just
Let's crush that spirit. Crush it.
Oh, no.
No more spirit.
No
Spirit
more.
no more.
No more.
It's just full of dust and moss. What is that? This is the same Salginella thingy. It's just the same map creature.
Yeah, we got the moss. We got some green. You know, some vegetation. It's not all just gray and brown. Some green.
This map could have easily been called like Terra Rossa or something. It could have been like a little more fitting.
Yeah, you'd think that a map called Spirit Crusher would be a little bit more desolate, right? Like a little bit more barren.
Well, it is very dusty. It looks very like ancient.
Uh-huh.
You know, you have these rock tiles, and then they've been covered by the sands, covered by the sands of time.
Uh-huh.
It's the only way to say that sentence.
Uh-huh. It's the other way.
You can't just say, well, it's covered by the sands of time. No, you have to, it's covered by the sands of time. You have to give it some gravitas.
Mhm.
Otherwise, it doesn't work.
Yeah. I think this is my first time casting this map as well. There aren't any crazy, like in the last map, there were like slow zones outside of the main base, and there was, of course, the slow zones in the center of the map. Here, it is going to be, it seems to be a slightly longer rush distance by ground compared to the map we were just on Kill Switch. But there's no like goal bases or speed zones or slow zones or anything like that. Not yet, at least. It seems a little bit more standard.
Now, correct my ancient memory, which is probably wrong, but the configuration of the bases kind of reminds me of Acid Plant.
Oh.
You get that, the main, the natural, and then like a third and a fourth that are a little bit kind of exposed. So you have to kind of decide which poison you want to swallow today. By taking a third base.
Yeah. Fair enough. Acid Plant. Was that in your first map pool, or was that like a year in maybe? It's been a while.
I don't. It's ancient. Why would you want me to dig that deep in my brain? There's nothing there. It's like this map. It's all just filled by the sands of time. Just.
There's just it's covered in dust. There's cobwebs everywhere. You know.
Dust. I have to take a brush and dust these memories off. It's just going in my brain. Just going.
Yeah.
And just all this dust blows up.
Yeah. If you open up the book and like pages fall out, it's
Gosh, I should have maintained this place a little better.
Oh no.
All right, we have a decent game opening up here. Nothing too crazy. We got a robo out of Shameless. Percival going for the usual two-base push, it seems. As you do.
Yeah, so we had Shameless opening up Twilight Council. We had that first game with Stargate, which was great, but from here we're going for something more standard. Twilight Council went to Blink instead. Likewise, Percival this time is going for a much earlier stim timing. We have seen more often than not he delays this, but this time it's going to be earlier, so it looks like Percival is going for an earlier push.
Yeah. Well, how's the pathing here for the to the other side of the map? It seems like it's kind of meandering, or...
Yeah, there are multiple attack paths, but it's actually pretty straightforward. I mean, there are some ramps, of course, that you can try to take advantage of. Hallucination does get eyes on the tank at least, but Shameless, he does run it.
Yeah. Exposing the stalkers. Blink is finished, so he has that. But this is not a position I think these 6 stalkers can really break.
Yeah, ideally with these stalkers, you want to, when Percival unsieges, when he pushes, you want to pick off like a Marine, pick off a Cyclone, like you want to slow down the push as best you can while you wait for charge in all these gateways.
Yeah, and it seems to be doing the job quite nicely. Percival is sitting here in the middle of the map, waiting for the rest of the tanks. Stim is not quite finished yet.
Not quite yet. Shamelessly gets 1 Marine so far. He gets the Cyclone down to half HP. And again, you see him rotating. Does keep up with the rotation of Percival. And again, the goal here is just solely to slow down that push.
Yeah. And doing a pretty good job of it. One Immortal goes out.
Yeah, it does take down one of the Cyclones. Meanwhile, Warpins are completing behind this. We have Sentries, we have Force Fields, and again, it looks like we're going to get 1 extra Warpin before the army gets towards that base. Even does force the early siege.
Yeah, and every time these tanks are sieging, they're just losing time. Or buying time for the Protoss. There's another Immortal out, or about to be out. There's an Archon. Yep. Nice to have.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of stuck in the base. but you know.
It's okay.
No, it's just managed to squeeze out.
Yeah. He sucks it in, he squeezes out through the door. It's fine. It's fine.
Sucking its gut in. It's strange that Archons are so big and bulky when they're actually just energy. You'd think they're the last unit that would have problems squeezing through, like narrow passages.
Yeah. They just have big bones, They're big bones.
It's like, we don't even exist. What do you mean? How can't we push through here? It doesn't make any sense.
But, so far, Shameless, he holds, he deflects the army. What's important, though, is that Percival didn't really lose much. He lost a couple of Marines, but he preserved every tank. The tank count is still very high, which means he can eventually turn this into a 2-base all-in. As the Liberators are on the way, I feel like he might be looking to pull the boys soon.
Yeah, I mean, he has to go for an all-in. He's been on 2-base for too long, and he hasn't done enough damage on the other side of the map. Let's look at the dead zone, the dead tab. There's like 5 probes died this game. That's not enough.
Yeah, so far not enough. We do have a double drop towards across the map. Likewise, the boys are being pulled, so it's going to be a 2-base all-in here by Percival. As he moves out with the all-in, we do have Zealots in the main.
Yeah, there's nothing there to defend, so these Zealots are going to munch on some SCVs, and that is all the income that Percival has right now.
Yeah, so 0 income here for Percival. He does commit to that all-in though, and we'll see if Shameless can actually engage. We'll see if he can slow this down here, as he is in a good position to do so. All he has to do is survive. Easier said than done.
Yeah. His third base gets evacuated for Shameless. And we do have a big Protoss ball protecting the natural. Setting up a flank there. I think, or is it just? I think no. Wait, where are they going? I think they're just.
Yeah, he's trying to set up a flank, but the army's already pushing in. Oh.
Yeah. Well, unless uses the force fields, but it's only catching the workers. The army units are at the back. Shameless. Oh no! It is consolidating the army again. There's no. This flank is the worst flank I've ever seen. It's not doing anything. It's not flanking.
Look, they got lost. Okay, the GPS had a malfunction. It's fine. Zealous charging. He comes in with a surround, but there's a lot of tanks shelling away here at the army. The flank is going to get dealt with, and there's still 3 tanks behind this. Yeah, there's still those 3 tanks. Stalkers, they do blink over, and it looks like Percival, he does it. He has too much. GG gets called. He breaks through the main army. He breaks the natural, and Percival will take the series 2-1.
Nicely done there. Very nicely done. Yeah, I think if Shameless just had that flank in the right moment, when the tanks were unsieged, that would have been so beautiful. But they were just like meandering across the map, just going back and forth. Just like, hey, is this from here? Is this from here? That Alcorn at the front was like leading everyone, just not knowing the way. It's very annoying.
Yeah, it was a really awkward surround there from Shameless, and he wasn't quite able to bring it all together in the end, so just a really awkward setup. In the end, Percival did overwhelm. Shout out to Shameless, though. He did make a series out of this and did have a good showing, but Shameless is out of the tournament. Percival, he will advance on to the semifinals, where he's waiting for the winner of Solar and Art. Meanwhile, we have our next semifinals here. We have a TVT between ByuN and Nicoract.
Yeah. Sorry, I like TVT.
Yeah.
No. Kuro loves TVT, by the way, just so you know, everyone in chat. Every time you see Kuro casting, just cross your fingers, cross your Ethernet cables for a long TVT that lasts for days and days and days. And Kuro will not be happier.
Specifically, she likes mech versus mech, I think, right?
Yeah, mech versus mech as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. When one is purple and the other is pink as well. Yeah.
Or teal and blue. Or teal. That's a close second.
Teal and blue. Yes. Yeah.
True.
And it's funny because it's not true at all.
Nah, he's playing brutal right now.
Yeah. Now he's bringing up the old memes. I'm in your mind.
There you go.
Late.
Did you? True, he's competing in Brood War. It's pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I think. I haven't seen Brood War in decades. And speaking of things that crush your spirit, we are on Spirit Crusher. Wait, why doesn't it have the TLMC20? It's just not TLMC20.
That's a good question.
I don't have any jokes. That crushes my spirit. See?
That's how they get you.
Welcome to Spirit Crusher. We're in the southwest corner of the map, representing Platinum Heroes. Our veteran is in fact Nicoract.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the South Korean Terran player, the blue Terran representing Shopify. It is ByuN. And if you're in the chat, predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim this series, who you think will make it to the grand finals.
Every time you talk about the prediction, I'm like, oh, I should remember predictions. I want the production side now. I need to remember predictions, and I always forget predictions. There's no way I will ever remember predictions if I'm in charge of production.
It's fine. It's Kuro misses half the time as well. It's fine.
I know. That's why I'm panicking.
To be fair, it's more difficult for Kuro because for our amateur events we do have a delay on, so like she has to take that into account when doing the predictions as well. It's more complicated.
I forgot about delay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just waiting for chat to laugh at my jokes. They don't. And they never do. Even after 2 minutes, they don't.
They never laugh. That's what crushes our spirit.
Yes, that's the spirit. That's the true Spirit Crusher. Spirit Crusher. We crush the spirits.
See, I feel like if you were casting like on a weekly basis, you'd have a new thing for Spirit Crusher. Like one week it'd be like the DMV, the other week it'd be like mech versus mech. Like the other week, you know, you'd find something else.
Yes, good. See, now you're thinking. Now you're thinking. This is we got the right the right brain braining here. Where's my brain?
Oh, no.
My brain here. Okay, my brain. So, visual jokes don't work when we don't have cameras on. I need to remember that.
In between
Alright,
games.
so we got ourselves a TVT here. Nothing too crazy so far. They've been kind of at each other, poking at each other, but so far not doing too much damage. They're both going for cyclones early on here.
Yeah, so far 1-1-1 mirrored builds. We have mirrored builds from both players. So far they're keeping it with each other. ByuN is the first to move out with his own drop. We should be seeing something similar here out of Nicoract with his own medevac, but ByuN is slightly faster here when it comes to pulling the trigger, so he will get across the map a little bit faster as well.
I think we're going to say that a lot throughout this series. ByuN is a little faster.
I mean, it shows like every second counts, right? Like the build itself was just slightly more efficient and he's already here. Meanwhile, Nicoract is a little bit late to the party. Drop gets into the mineral line, and so far Nicoract, he does pull away in time.
Yeah. So nothing too much lost here. Let's see how ByuN does handle the defense in his own main base. He pulls the boys. There's not some Marines here. Nice micro by Nicoract. Actually gets a few more workers. Nope.
Yeah. He got a few more initially, but yeah, ByuN, he does drop here into the natural instead from back and forth, getting extra SCV kills, and he's not done. He's looking for more.
Yeah. I saw a lot of delayed mining time. Yeah, he drops us 2 Marines. That's all.
I mean, it's more than what Nicoract has. Yeah, Marines are going down one after the other. ByuN, he will win out in this trade. A tank does arrive, but still every Marine going down. He still has 2 Marines. He wants that SCV.
Oh, second. I thought ByuN was bringing a second medevac for a second there. I was like excited. But no, that was Nicoract's medevac coming back to reinforce at home. And after all of that, they're kind of even, I think.
Yeah, I would say that ByuN got a little bit more damage here, and because that we can see ByuN has a slightly better economy. It wasn't just the more damage that he dealt. As you remember, as you were saying, lost mine time as well, right? There was a lot of lost mine time, so in the end, Nicoract, he does come out a little bit worse for wear. Not the biggest discrepancy between them, but ByuN comes out with a slight lead.
Okay, now, seeing as I haven't casted this game or played it in like 2 years, what is that blue thingy sparkling upgrade thingy?
you're like, hold up. The hell is that? What is that? Did not exist back in my day. What's
that looks like a Protoss upgrade.
Back in Steel Mold's day, Interference Matrix used to come by default. Nowadays you have to research it. So that's the disable that the Raven has.
You have to research Interference Matrix. What's next? You're gonna have to research Siege Tank. What is this?
No.
This is Wings of Liberty bullshit. What?
Back in my day, we had a point defense drone, we had a hunter seeker missile. What happened to my hashtag? Not my Raven.
We had to research tank siege. We had to research siege so that the siege tank could siege.
Yeah.
Just think about it. Degeneracy. All right, so Nicoract is out pushing. ByuN, does he have enough to defend his?
Back it up. I mean, he's got a solid siege line. He's got a siege line. Vikings are on the way as well. TVT for the most part hasn't changed too much. It's going to be tank Viking. Ravens do come in for the disable though.
Yeah, but the Raven does go down. We didn't get any interferences. But Nicoract does lose almost all of the Marines, so this push it's over. You can't push with just tanks.
Yeah, he does fall back, but Nicoract, he did kill 3 tanks. He killed 3 tanks, so that was a more efficient trade here for Nicoract, so a very nice trade overall. And the goal here is to deny the third base. He scans, he sees the third here for ByuN. Ideally, he does want to delay it for as long as possible.
We did miss it before, but just as the Nicoract was attacking, ByuN did get 5 SCVs on the other side of the map with this Raven. He's gonna get a little bit more. One more. Two more. Three. Nice.
And 3 more SCV kills. ByuN, he has a 16 SCV lead, a very nice worker lead, but to make use of that economy, he needs that third base. He needs that third base to actually mine efficiently here. Nicoract, you can see he thought about maybe reinforcing, but no, Nicoract, he will pull away, he will back off, and he will take his own third.
Yeah, he just doesn't have enough bio to support these tanks. He has a good tank count, and he has, Vikings in the sky, but not enough bio. You need that cannon fodder on the ground.
Smirch. But yeah, you're not wrong though, not wrong.
Hashtag marine life.
Hashtag marine life here. As both players are expanding, ByuN, he will take the linear third base instead, but we are still building up our basic armies here. Tanks, Marines, Vikings. Looking at the units tab, ByuN does have a slight Viking lead. That is going to be impactful. A lot of TVT is determined by air control. Air control is a big factor here in TVT, and ByuN does have that slight edge. Meanwhile, Nicoract, he's slightly ahead in tanks.
Yeah, and tanks are good defensively. Pretty good, as you say. But I don't know. ByuN, he only has 2 medivacs. I was thinking maybe he could drop the army, but he doesn't have enough medivacs for that.
Yeah.
Nicoract pushing out towards ByuN and losing all of his units.
Yeah.
I was just trying to hype the fact that Nicoract has a defensive position that's viable, and he decides to unsiege and move out.
Yeah, ByuN, he does find a really good angle there. Again, Nicoract, he didn't have all of his tanks in position. He had like 3 tanks moving out, and he got caught. He got caught re-sieging as well, and ByuN, with that, takes the fight, takes the game.
Yes. He was pretty fast, as you say. A little faster.
Yeah, he's a speedy boy.
Don't forget that Nicoract is the ByuN sniper. Did I miss something?
This was like a couple of years ago now. But Nicoract, he used to be the one that could bring ByuN down in OC King of the Hill in the best of ones, in the best of one format. Like ByuN, he'd step in and Nicoract would step in and he'd from time to time he'd snipe ByuN. He'd snipe it. True.
Nice, very nice. So he has a chance here. He just needs to do it twice now in a row, and he's good. It's like, just pretend that it's King of the Hill for it, and maybe that's the secret. Like if he thinks that it's a serious, there's no way I can win. But if you think on the current game, this is a King of the Hill. It's just the next game. There's nothing else.
Exactly.
And maybe he has a chance.
And we'll see what he goes for. As a reminder, it is loser's pick. So it is up to Nicoract to pick his map. Also, I don't want to get ahead of myself. We actually didn't get to catch up on the bracket or anything like that. Exclamation mark B in the chat if you guys want to have a look back yourselves. I don't want to gloss over it. Mate, to make it to the semis, look at who Nicoract beat in the quarterfinals.
Sorry, I need to catch up. Where's my bracket? I need the GPS. Okay, I was looking at the answer. Creator. Oh no, I wanted to cast Creator.
Yeah. Big name. I mean, again, Nicoract, he takes on Creator, who I would have said, was favored to make a deep run in this tournament. So very, very impressive there. For Nicoract. A little bit of a shame, it would have been great to have seen some Creator here, but Nicoract, he brought him down.
Yeah. Well, he earned his place here in the semi-final. What? He had a what was that?
That was another cat. Same thing. He's casting pigs event. He keeps stumbling his way into our lobby. God damn it.
Shout out to Soundo in chat asking about merch. If you want to help us get some merch, consider subscribing to us on Patreon, supporting us on Patreon. It's not a subscription. Yes, it is a subscription technically. So I'm right. Support us on Patreon is what I mean.
Yeah.
Exclamation point Patreon in chat. If you want that merch somewhere down the line in the year 2000.
In the year 2000?
Oh, and also Soundo for Prime subscription. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Saved it for me.
Beautiful, beautiful. Just for you, Steel Mode. Just for you. Big shout to Soundo. Big shout out. As we're loading into a new map.
Welcome everyone to Steam City, the steamiest city in all of the city, the Steamlands.
TLMC20. I forgot the TLMC20. Sorry, I crossed my jokes again. In the northwest corner of the map, all the way from the land of Korea, representing Shopify Rebellion, it is our Blue Terran. Give it up for ByuN.
And spawning in the bottom right hand corner, but also going for a proxy Turax, we have our red Terran player. He just took down Creator to make it to the semis. We'll see if he can take down ByuN as well. It is Nicoract.
Alright, I owe Sounder some quacks. Got 52 quacks.
Oh no. Steel Bolt, he was gonna start.
I'm back.
Okay. Welcome back.
No, you make me crash with the quacks. My display driver can't handle the quacks.
It can't handle it. It's too many quacks. But it's going to be Proxy Direct Reaper here out of Nicoract, bearing in mind double gas opener out of ByuN. ByuN, he's going for a faster factory. This is already a good start for our blue Terran player. This means that a Hellion is on the horizon. He just has to pull the boys and buy time and preserve his Reapers to build up to that.
Yeah, he scouted it. You go Proxy Reaper against the Reaper King.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes ByuN does get caught, but as you mentioned, he's scattered. So he does pull the boys. He's ready for the Reapers. He is ready. He's locked in. And oh my god. Whew.
Almost gets that one Reaper there. And Nicoract is like, oh, well, I was hoping it would work.
I mean, at least he doesn't lose anything yet. Like, he hasn't lost the Reaper. The Hellion is still in production. And can Nicoract find some damage? He rotates over towards the left-hand side. Does slip in towards the bases. He ideally wants that Reaper. Oh.
Well, it does have a Reaper advantage, but the boys being pulled and the Hellion comes out for ByuN. If it gets a good angle, it can get both of these Reapers.
Yeah, the Hellion is gonna fall.
Oh, nice catch.
Yeah, very nice catch. Takes down both Reapers, takes down both Hellions, but we have more Reapers on the way. And Nicoract, he's running out of steam here, is forced out of the base, and the second Hellion has arrived.
Is running out of steam?
No.
Yeah? On Steam City?
On Steam City!
No. What have we done?
GG's cold. That was a quick one. And ByuN takes the series 2-0.
GG, well played, ByuN. He will take the series, will advance on to the grand finals. Congratulations. We actually didn't really get to see the map itself, unfortunately. I actually haven't casted much on Steam City, and there better be a bunch of Steam vents in Steam City, is all I can say. There better be.
As far as I could see, no, but I didn't have time to see it either. It's too many graphics crashes.
Yeah, GG, well played. ByuN, he will claim the series. He will advance on to the grand finals. And we are here to determine who will face off against him in those finals, because we have the upper semis getting ready. It's going to be Percival versus Solar.
Ooh, nice. Some TVZ. It's a beautiful matchup. It's the only balanced matchup.
True.
No, that's not what True would say, but yeah.
He might say it.
Okay, I don't think he even thinks about it. It just makes Zerglings and Queens and goes across the map. It doesn't. True. What do you think about maps? About the balance map balance? To go across the map and kill.
Huh.
Fighting.
There you go. There you go. But we are going to be heading over to the Korean server. Going to be heading over to the Korean server here, as of course both Percival and Sola are from Korea. But it looks like we're still.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, it looks like we're still waiting for Percival. So because we have a little bit of time to ourselves, Steel,
Ooh.
you know what time it is?
What should we do? It's time for raffle.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, you got it. You got it. Still remember.
I watch the stream sometimes.
Let's go. Do you have a bunch? Do you have a little drum set? Do you have a drum set prop or no?
No, but I have flags.
Oh.
If you remember this bit from way back in the day.
Yeah.
I forgot that I had this. I can do like
Okay. All right, hold on. Okay, I'll set it.
Just let me know.
I'll set you up. Set you up. All right. Well, this week we have 16 players. We have 16 players eligible for this week's random raffle. For those that are curious, we do have a random raffle here where all the players are eligible. All the participants of tonight's tournament are eligible for the random raffle. All you have to do is have played in the tournament and not given a walkover in the first round.
Yes. I stand already congratulating Yakuzaku for winning this raffle.
He did.
Because everything is rigged.
He did win the last raffle. Did win the last raffle during SDO. That is true. It is hashtag rigged. But this week, the random raffle winner is going to be. Oh, congratulations to Azura, the Italian Protoss, for winning the random raffle.
I have a...
Oh, God. That's very loud. Oh, no. But GG, well played. Oh, congratulations to Azura again. He is our Italian Protoss player. He's a big Zound fan, and Azura, he does walk away 5 USD richer.
Yes. Congratulations. Trying to think, when was the last time I casted Solar? I do remember casting him at least once.
Yeah, I'm sure you have.
Back in the ancient times. I don't even remember which. Did I actually ever cast a sparkling tuna?
I'm sure you did once. At least once, I'm sure. But Sol is a newcomer to the sparkling tuna. Like he's not regular. Like ByuN is a regular. Sola lesser. Sola, he's recently been on that grind, and he's been doing quite well. I think last week he won 2 Open Cups, and one of them was actually even a European Open Cup. Like he stayed up deep late into the night and won a tournament.
Did you say is in a comeback situation right now?
Yeah. He's on his redemption arc. In
the stonks period.
Yes, he is 100%. The stonks are going up for Solar. So we'll see if they continue to go up here as we get ready for those semifinals. Game 1 once again is going to be on Spirit Crusher. As a reminder, it is of course loser's pick, and we will be soon jumping in.
The Crusher of Spirits.
Feels be out there, man. Every time.
This is why I can only be like an esports caster and not like a regular sportscaster. Because you can't make fun of people's names in regular sports because it's just people's names.
Sure. I mean, I guess you could, but it'd be kind of rude. Like a little bit more so.
Yeah, but in esports, like everyone has this weird nickname that they chose for themselves. So you can definitely like point and say, "Look, that name is stupid."
Yeah, Ratata.
I don't get it.
You don't.
I don't get it. I never got it. What was wrong with Vanya?
Yeah, exactly. Why switch? Why change to Rattata of all Pokemon? God damn. Take it away.
All right, everyone, welcome back to TLMC20 Spirit Crusher, where your spirit will be crushed like when you go to board a train and you miss it and you have to wait for 20 minutes for the next one.
Oh, that's
like,
yeah.
I'm gonna be 20 minutes late for work and
And you can't do it. You just have to wait. You just have to sit there and wait. Like, what are you gonna do?
Nightmare. And then the next train comes and you're like, oh, I don't have a seat. I have to stand here. Commuting is hell. In the northeast corner, in that positive note, in the northeast corner of the map, all the way from the land of South Korea, it is our Red Zerg, fresh from his redemption arc. It is our Red Zerg Solar.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the South Korean Terran player, the blue Terran. It is Percival. And if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It is Gamba time. Predictions are now open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. The best of luck in the chat as we jump into our first ZVT of the night.
Yeah. The best matchup, the matchup for which this game was designed.
Yes, exactly.
It's really strange that like TVZ of all the like different balance whining matchups, TVZ over the years has been the one that's like the most balanced.
The most stable.
Despite all the changes.
Yeah,
it's the most stable in terms of game balance.
Yeah. I think for a long time that was the case. In recent years, maybe years before the most latest patch, there was definitely a lot of concern around the ghost. I don't know if you remember the copy pasta where it's like, late game TVZ. The counter to Zerg. You need the ghost for the Ultra. You need the ghost for the Broodlord. You need the ghost for the Infestor. You need the ghost for the Viper. It's such a complex army composition. But I would agree that for the most part, it has been, there's not been too many complaints. It's everyone's favorite matchup.
Well, let's of course skip over the whole what was the Broodlord Infestor. True. I don't think True ever used that. It was just like Zergling and Queen. Yeah. It's another True.
You're not wrong. True.
Attack! Juggling. Good juggling.
We got a lot of love for True. But for now, we're going to be settling in. As you mentioned, nothing too crazy early on. Hatch Gas Pool, third base is on the way as well. Standard opener at a Solar. Likewise, we have Percival going for a 3cc 111 as well. We're settling in.
Like I've never left, and it's all the same.
It's true. It's all the same. It has not changed.
This feels familiar. We got the Reaper and the two Hellions coming out across the map, steaming juggling speed. It's all the same.
Yeah, you're actually lucky. You missed out because in the meta last year was when they changed the Cyclone to make it where you don't need to they've reverted it, by the way, but like that last year there was a period in time where the cyclone, you can actually react route cyclones, and the cyclone was cheaper. And
Who thought that was a good idea?
yeah, I like it. You're like, great, that sounds crazy. But there was like a couple month period last year where mass cyclone was very much so a thing.
Let me guess. They also brought the shooting, the quick shooting thingy.
Backfill accelerators.
Yeah.
Yeah. They made
Laser eyes. You don't need to research that. Sure. Just reactor cyclones.
Yeah, I think they made reactor cyclones, and they also reduced the cooldown period of the lockon to like 2 seconds. So like you couldn't even like micro against it to break the lockon because they just relockon almost immediately. It was a crazy time. It was, the reasoning for it, they were like,
tank engine.
Yeah.
Some of the tank engine fans in Blizzard right now.
Yeah, they were very happy. Their rationale for it was that they wanted to make mech more of a thing, and yeah, in a way they succeeded.
It wasn't enough of a thing. When was it not a thing?
Oh, no. It was a dark time. But we're past that now, Steve. We're past it. We made it. It's all good.
Okay, I skipped the right era in StarCraft history.
Oh, God.
I skipped Broodlord Infestor and I skipped Cyclone Madness. Cyclone Reactor. Alright, so you have the push by Percival here. A bunch of queens for defending for Solar.
Yeah.
If the Ducklings do come in, but there are Hellbats to immediately dispose of them.
Yeah, so far 1, 2, 3 queens going to be going down. Bailings are morphing in, and Percival, can he split well against the Bailings? So far, so good. He does spread out his Hellbats.
I mean, it's just Hellbats, so Bailings, they're not really the thing you want against them. If the queens manage it, I think Solar is in a great position.
Yeah, Solar, he bleeds out a couple of drones, but the queens are going to be good enough. They shut down the Hellbats one after the other. Solar, he will defend. He does lose 6 workers, but Percival, he was hoping for a little bit more damage than that.
Yeah, I mean, Percival lost the entire army, so it's kind of a equitable trade. Now Solar is comfortable taking that 4th base and solidifying it, and Percival will go into the mid game right now, trying to get building that 4th base, not on location, so he can float it in. Let's see if Solar retaliates right now, or if he's going to wait a little bit. Bailing speed is just now starting.
Yeah. From here, Solar's in a really good position. This basically means after he deflected the army, he can freely drone. Basically, Percival, he also has Hellions, which means he cannot do anything to deny the creep. There's no like Hellions here to like stem the tide of the creep and to force it back. Now it's freely spreading. Likewise, Medevacs and ByuN did also go down. Percival is being active, but he has to be very careful here with this army. He has to try to trade as efficiently as possible.
And we've got Hydralisk Dan finishing for Solar. Remember back in the day, we only knew Mitra would use Hydralisks?
Yeah.
And everyone thought it was crazy.
I mean, he was crazy.
And everyone started using Hydralisk. Well, he was crazy. You're right. It's correct. You are correct. Thank you for correcting me.
Like let's not gloss over that fact. People did end up taking his advice to heart. That is true, but he was so crazy.
That doesn't mean he was sane.
Exactly.
Yes, you are correct. Well, we have Hydralisk range coming in with these some very hydrated Hydras. And Percival, let's just... Oh, he's setting up a drop here.
Yeah, he's going for a double drop into the main base at the same time, pushing towards the left-hand side as well. He's trying to distract Solar so far. Trading well, no major losses. But Medevac goes down to the Spore.
Oh, and it was the Medevac with all the Marines. This one only had 3 in them, and they were already injured. Yeah, so that gets shut down.
Yeah, that is going to be shut down. Solar, he defends well. He gets up to 4 base saturation. He's on 84 workers. He is reaching that final form, that ideal drone count. And soon, Solar, all he has to do is just focus on army production.
An infestation pit just finished, so we have a hive on the way. And yeah, Solar is speedrunning into the late game. While Percival is... I mean, to be fair, Percival is really heavy on expansion right now. He's getting in a 6th base. So actually heading bases over the Zerg, which is never where a Zerg wants to be, behind on bases.
Yeah, exactly. We'll see if he can maintain that map control, though, I should say. Michael's going up. Nice trades here, picking up Hydras. Some expensive losses here for Solar. So nice pickups here by Percival. He is still going to be deflected. Likewise, doesn't stop. He just keeps on going. He tries to go into the main.
I mean, if he can keep Solar occupied here while he's setting up his economy there and he's getting his upgrade. He's getting 2 more bases right now.
Yeah, he is going to be double expanding. Likewise, barely he unloads in the main base. This is really only a distraction. The main army does push in, but Solar's in position.
Sorry, some of these death animations are... They're gruesome, but they're funny. Somehow.
Yeah, so far Solar's keeping up.
Mosquitoes on the way. We got I don't.
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
Viper.
There you go.
Things that doesn't look like a Viper.
They don't.
Viper.
They don't.
Hydralisks look like Vipers.
They look more like Vipers than Vipers do.
Yeah, Vipers look like mosquitoes. Giant, like mosquitoes.
I mean, they do suck.
Good one.
Oh god. That sounds very unintentional. Hi. As Solar is max. He's maxed out on Lingbane Hydra. He's got that one Viper with his main army. Meanwhile, Percival's going to try to push in, going to try to apply some pressure. He was pushing into a maxed out army.
The Widowmines get all sniped out of the front. Yeah, this is not good for Percival here. The Lingbane Hydra is just pushing forward. He has to constantly back away. He tries to snipe the Banelings, but gets surrounded by the Zerglings. Yeah. So for a second I thought he was in danger because the Hydralists would have taken out the Medivacs, but Solar actually decides to pull him back.
Yeah, he does pull back for the time being. Here we go. Lurker Den is done. The Lunkers are morphing in. Likewise, Lurker upgrades on the way. We have the new Hive upgrade as well. If you were unaware, Steel, there is now a lunge ability for the Hydra.
I'm just now looking at it. I was like, huh? I figured you saw my confused face. Confused look on my face.
I got you. This is like kind of like Stim in the sense that basically it's like a 1 second dash for the Hydra where they jump forward for like a second. And I'm sure we'll see it at some point here, maybe.
Like Vipers.
Yeah, true. He'd also like the Viper.
No, True didn't make Hydralists.
Okay.
It's too complicated. Alright, Solar loses the 5th base here. Nice catch for Percival, who has 6 bases now? Plus extra command centers.
Yeah, he's got his 6 bases. Meanwhile, dropping to the main base. The power bomb does go up. Nice snipe on the Lurker towards the end, but is going to have to evacuate. He's going to have to get the hell out of the main.
But nice pushing. Percival is really splitting Solar's attention here and forcing his army to constantly go back and forth between the drops and the pushes.
Yeah, like he's a really
This is how you break the Zerg.
Yeah, he's a really fast player. He's really fast. He's really bio-oriented as well. Like you can see it in full force in this game. He's just non-stop aggression, non-stop going back and forth. Very ByuN-esque, if you will. Very ByuN-esque when it comes to
I was just about to make that observation.
He's one of the faster players. He's not a mech boy. He's not a Gumiho. He's a ByuN.
Yeah. We like that. Alright, ghosts are out. Doing a pretty good job sniping with these. Well, actually not sniping, just kill them. They don't need to snipe them, you just shoot them.
Ooh, but Banelings, they get into the middle line. SCVs go down for the first time this game. Percival takes a lot of economic damage.
Yeah, but he has a lot of extra bases, so it's not really that big of a deal as long as he can survive here and have some army left over.
But the Lurkers, they have now arrived for the first time. We have Solar pushing towards the expansions, pushing towards the production. And with the backwind of these Lurkers, Solar, he's breaking through.
They see me lunking, they hate him.
They are hating. Liberation has arrived. The Hydra count is low. Oh.
Yeah, if he has the air advantage here with no... It is called Solar takes it. Percival. Oh, he lost 22 SCVs. I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
He lost more SCVs.
But GG, well played, Percival. He was barely broken in the end, and with that, Solar does take a lead in the series. Whew, it does take game one, but again, a very intense game one. Very intense, very back and forth.
Yeah. Indeed. I like that Solar basically plays it like Protoss.
Mhm.
Just sat back and teched up into like a late game composition, and Terran played like Zerg, just expanding on the map and sending out harassment charges. It's weird.
Yeah. I mean, it was a really nice dynamic there. And Percival, he almost broke Solar, but there was no major damage, right? Like, even though he was being very active and dropping all over the place, he was never dealing any critical economic damage. He was like getting some workers here and there or trading with the army, but for the most part, Solar, he was keeping up and he was maintaining himself. And he got into his final form, right? He got into his lurkers.
Yeah. But yeah, shout out to Percival for just keeping the pressure on all the time. That really bought him a lot of space on the map. I mean, he had map control for most of the game.
Oh yeah. And we'll see how he will change his approach, as we're going to be loading into a much smaller map. We're going to be loading into Kill Switch.
Kill switch, engage. Engage. Oh, I need to do it like a Picard. Engage.
Is that a thing in Star Trek? A Kill Switch?
No, there's a band called Kill Switch Engage.
Oh, there you go.
That was the joke the entire time.
Okay, I didn't.
I'll be honest, I don't think I've ever heard any of their songs. I just know the name.
Okay, fair
They were
enough.
pretty big back in the day, but
When was back in the day?
yeah,
when you say that?
What?
When was back in
On
the
my
day?
reference, I don't even know which day it was, to be honest. I've collected too many back in my days. It was the 90s, there's the early 2000s, the mid 2000s, the 2010s, the 2020s, the pre-COVID, post-COVID. It gets too many days.
It's someday back there. It's fine. It's
Can't
fine.
even keep up with them. Anyway, we are on TLMC20, Kill Switch Engage. TLMC, of course, stands for Take Long Mech Compositions. Take long mech compositions, which is my advice to Percival in this matchup right now. I think not on this map, maybe not because it's too small, but yeah, sure. In the east corner of the map, it is our red Terran. Give it up for Percival.
And spawning in the left-hand side of Kill Switch, getting 2x Reapered, we have the South Korean Zerg player, the Blue Zerg, representing Team Falcons. It is Solar.
What are these things? We have oh, it's slow zones.
Yeah.
Right?
The slow zones. Yes.
Slow zones.
Red means stop, green means go.
They look like gateways on the minimap.
Okay. I can see that. Like the triangle. Yeah.
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 Triangle with the thing in the middle.
Yeah. Sure, for sure.
That's all I have to say.
Okay, fair enough. Thank you for the analysis, Steel. I appreciate it.
And that was the map analysis by Steel Mold.
Let's go. But as you were leading to the map here, or the rush distance by gun is very short. It's very short on Kill Switch. The slow zones do make up for that, but for the most part, you can avoid them. And again, Percival does open up 2-Rax Reaper. He moves out with only 3. Now, the goal of 2-Rax Reaper here is not to break the Zerg player. It is to deny the third. By now, there should be a third base for Solar, but the third base is delayed, and he's kept on 2 bases.
It also prevents you being rushed by the Zerg because, you know, it's such a small map. It can be a thing.
Yeah. And see,
Also,
Percival.
as Kuro is pointing out in chat, the slow zones are destructible. I
Uh,
didn't know that. I've learned that. See, I
Yes.
know things sometimes.
Yeah. Specifically on this map, basically, it's the tower. The tower in the middle, that's destructible, and it collapses on the slow zones and it destroys them.
Why is there a lump of rock in the middle of the map? It doesn't make any sense.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Like, shouldn't it be like one of those like collapsible towers thingies?
That would make more sense. Yes, you're not wrong. It would make a little bit more sense.
Alright, one Reaper does go down. More Zerglings coming in to surround. Oh, they're surrounding the zones, those zones. Oh, nice catch.
Yeah, Soleil shuts down the Reapers with that Percival. He's going to be contained on 2 bases. He does have a safety bunker and he's getting into his own 3cc 2-on-1. Not going to be an all-in. He is taking a 3rd base. Meanwhile, Solar does take the linear 3rd here towards the top side of the map.
I just noticed on that skin, it says C on the... No, I'm never mind.
What?
Ignore what I just said.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Even I'm too embarrassed by my stupidity.
The skin?
The skin of the okay, let me explain what just happened.
Uh-huh.
I was looking at the
Oh no, we lost him. We lost.
Game paused.
Ooh, speaking of, looks like there's a little bit of latency going on here. Hopefully everything's okay. Oh, hello?
Yeah, okay. I've returned.
Okay, okay.
Game resumed.
We're good, we're good.
I gotta do something about this graphics card. It's too ancient. Anyway, I was looking at the command center that was being built, and it looked for a second like it had the letter C on it.
Okay.
So I was like, yeah, it says command center.
Are you talking about like the ring that was being built on the top? You're like, oh, it's like the letter C. Is that?
Yeah.
God damn.
No. It's too difficult to explain. You have to see it on the replay.
Okay. Okay.
I'll try and get a screenshot of it, just so people don't see think of I'm crazy.
Okay. Okay.
Speaking of crazy, Steam is about to finish. These Marines are going out on the map. No medivacs, no nothing. This is just like me in Wings of Liberty.
Let's go. Let's go.
This
Yes.
is what I would do.
Yeah, we're going in without any medevacs. We're checking for a 4th expansion here towards the left-hand side. We have medevacs to reinforce, and looks like actually we're going to try to make our way into the main. Now, in the main base, there are some slow zones. Hmm?
Can you sneak up into the main base here? Oh, no. Okay, there's it's gold minerals.
Yeah, we have gold mineral patches here in the main. You can open them up, though, that in the launcher game. True.
No, not with Marines. They're too stupid to mine.
No.
If you can't shoot it, I know what to do with it.
True. Can't quite shoot, but they do pick up, head towards the main base. Oh, the medevac gets very low, though.
Yeah, there are Zerglings in the road waiting here. So, Percival not going to find a lot of opportunity here. Boat speed is on the way. And Percival will go back and prepare for, I don't know, the move out by Solar, which is inevitably coming with Ravagers, that's the name of the things, Ravagers and Roaches.
Yeah, it's getting into his own Roach Ravager. Behind this, we have a Banelinus on the way, so it's not going to be pure Roach Ravager. He's going into Ling Bane Roach Ravager in a couple of seconds. Before we can get there, though, we do have Percival moving out. There is going to be a window. There's going to be a timing before Solar has Baneling speed.
I don't know if Percival is going to be, if Solar is going to be relying on Banelings here yet. If he waits for Banelings to push, it's going to be, I think, disappointed, because Percival will have a lot more time to set up extra production, to get that 3rd base up, maybe even get a 4th.
Yeah, he's securing his 3rd as we speak. Creep is being denied. Percival is being as active as possible, trying to clear up as much of that creep. But so far, the Roach Ravager is quite stable here. We're keeping up with the drops, and Baneling speed has now begun.
I'm trying to think of whether Solar is going to have the advantage on that push, or Percival. If Percival prepares really well with enough tanks, I think he's really going to be in a very good position.
Yeah, we'll see how hard Percival commits here, because he's going to be the aggressor. He's the one that's going to be moving out. He's knocking down those rocks. We've got 4 tanks with the main army as well. Soleil is trying to set up. We have Banelings morphing in, and Baneling speed, it looks like it will finish in time for the attack. It's going to be close, though. It's going to be close.
Yeah, I don't know. There's enough creep here. Between the slow zones and the creep, there are 4 tanks, but that's not a lot. Against roaches, they're pretty beefy, and ravagers, which can snipe the tanks, like so. I don't like Percival's position here.
Yeah, 1 tank goes down. He's got 4 tanks remaining. The slow zones, they can help disrupt some of the Ling Bane from engaging. But as you mentioned, it's still going to be in a bit of an awkward attack here as Percival, as Solar, he is maxed out.
Yeah. He's maxed out. He's got some good tech on his side. He's got the upgrades on the way. Yeah, just leaving a whole bunch of Zerglings there. If he can get a good surround on those tanks at the back, this game is over right now.
Yeah, we'll see if he can get behind the army. We have more Banelings morphing in. Ultra Caverns on the way for Solar. He does finish up the hive. And Percival, he's pretty all in here. Like, he has to break these bases. He has to break Solar. He tries to come in from behind. Oh.
Ooh, nice defense. Oh, but does lose one of the tanks. Solar loses a hatchery here, but still has enough bases. It's not the end of the world. Still way ahead in economy.
Yeah, so that's the northern bases, still looking fine. Would you see Percival, he does peel off, going for a Dream Drop.
Ooh, okay, that's a good move. I like it.
Goes to the drop, he trades to the buy, but he's going to be forced to pick up. Oh, he's forced to leave behind some Marauders. Alas, so far, Solar, he does defend.
Yeah, I mean, Percival, I don't know if he botched it, but he should have maybe pushed a little bit forward, used the opportunity for that when Solar was distracted, to push a little forward. But yeah, I was fully concentrated on that drop. Didn't really actually do much.
Yeah, he wasn't quite able to take advantage of that kind of distraction they did cause. He's coming up a lot of creep. He's gaining some ground here at least, but the army is overstimmed.
Yeah, all these units are in the orange. At least not the yellow. So many Banelings. Look at the Banelings in the slow zone. It's so cute.
Banelings, they roll on through, and Solar, he's done it. He's gone to his ultras. He breaks through that defensive line, gets in some of the tanks, and you can just see how small the map is. He's already on the 3rd.
Yeah, Chitin's plating just finished. His ultras are going to be even beefier. And yeah, done.
Yeah, he breaks through the bunker, gets into the mineral line. We do see Percival trying to make a stand. Oh.
He takes the northeast base. What's that about?
Yeah, it takes top right. It's fine. It's fine. Where else can he expand? Where can he go?
Maybe he was preparing for like a base trade situation or something. Anyway, GG's gold.
Yeah, GG, well played, Solar. He will take the series. He will survive the aggression against Percival. He was basically 3 base all in, and he was gaining some ground, but he was never really threatening too many of the bases of Solar. It still felt like he was looking very comfortable, had plenty of time to build up, to prepare, and to defend. GG.
Yeah. This time Percival not as active as he was in the first game, in terms of drops and such. I think he got a little bit slowed down there. And yeah, you let Solar get all the way to late game composition and you're done.
Yeah, I mean...
What can he do? He had Ultralisks at the end there.
Yeah. I mean, it was a little bit more committed there from Percival. Like, basically, what you're saying is instead of game 1 where we had a greater economy and a bunch of drops and a bunch of harassment, here was just one big push, right? It was just one big push early on, like a design to kill, designed to end Solar. He just wasn't quite able to pull it off.
And it wasn't even an all-in, to be fair. I mean, he was on 3 bases. He didn't pull the boys. He was not super committed. So maybe that just wasn't enough, you know, against a player as weathered as Solar.
Yeah.
Like that word, weathered.
I see what you did there. I see.
Old and experienced. I'm not old. I'm weathered.
But here we go. With that, Solar, he does make it to the grand finals, where he's going to be facing off against his next opponent. Percival does fall, but he will be met by another Terran, instead this time by ByuN.
Yeah. Now this is going to be A TVZ.
Here we go as we do level up our Terrans here. Percival, he had an amazing performance, don't get me wrong, especially game one. Like game one, he looked really good against Solar. Like it was a very impressive game out of Percival. Alas does fall in the end, and now we have our next series. We have our best of 5.
And we are starting it on TLMC20 Kill Switch Engage. TLMC, of course, stands for Turning Lonely Marines Champions. So when you get one Marine left out of your force and he's only, but he's the champion because he's doing all the kills and. Yeah, in this side of the map, all the way from the land of Korea, the legendary one-man army representing Shopify Rebellion, a red Terran, is ByuN.
And spawning.
Unbelievable.
He is. And in the left-hand side of Kill Switch, we have our South Korean Zerg player, the Blue Zerg representing Team Falcons. It is Solar. Let's go.
It's like 2018 again.
Yeah, both Solar and ByuN, they've been around for a long time. They've been around for a very, very long time here. It's great to be back. I believe I was using my my translate, and I think they were asking what they were gonna do with their earnings of the tournament. I think they were discussing food. They're discussing food.
It's a good. Where's our translator?
True.
We have 2 translators in our clan, and they're not here.
I know. Smurge. But here we go. We're getting into our next game state here, and we already saw previous ZVT here on Kill Switch. This time, ByuN, he does not go for as aggressive of an opener, something more standard this time. This time, there's no crazy 2x Reaper.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how ByuN will handle this situation. Because we just saw a TVZ on this very map with Solar.
Yeah, we did just have it. Solar, once again, he's going for that northern expansion. Again, he's expanding away from ByuN. This is just to make sure he has as much breathing room as possible here. He doesn't expand towards him, doesn't give ByuN the opportunity to be more aggressive.
Yeah, ByuN, yeah, going for a 3rd CC. Pretty quick. Just not being aggressive at all.
Yeah, exactly.
I think maybe he just kind of knows Solar isn't going to be too cheeky at the beginning of the game, so he's like, yeah, I can take my time against Solar. I probably should take my time against Solar and take up.
Yeah, it's going to be 3CC 111 out of ByuN. Going to be settling into a more economic build. ByuN, he rotates. He will delay the mining of the mineral patches, so being as annoying as possible with the Reaper.
That's cheeky. Look at the queens. They're waddling. Almost gets that crypto, huh? Not quite.
Doesn't quite get the tumor, does pull away. Solar, he does mine through those minerals, and he will gain access to his own 3rd base. Meanwhile, ByuN, he does go for the add-on swap, but it's going to be 3CC Cloak Banshee, or at least Banshee.
We have a translator in chat, providing translations. Thank you for that, Melissa.
There you go. Shout out.
You tried to make $55 by yourself. Splitting the earnings.
There you go. But yeah, ByuN, he is more of a regular. I think this is, I could be mistaken, I think this is Solar's first Sparkling Tuna Cup, by the way. Like, he's never played in the Tuna Cup before. ByuN is more of a regular. As I mentioned before, ByuN, like, he's typically here, and we do typically see ByuN like trading blows with players like Skilless, players like Trigger, players like Creator as well. You know, it did reference Creator earlier. But this is Solar's first time, and Solar, he is looking to walk that royal road.
Ooh, well, I was about to say vote for someone who's been in this in this like industry so long. It's like It's less like a royal road, more like a royal driveway. You know, it's like at the end of the trip. It's just like,
Yeah, hey, he's been around for a long time. He hasn't played in the Tuna Cup. Just saying, you know. Solar, he doesn't have the
No,
most
in the
prestigious
Tuna
of
Cup.
wins.
it's Tuna Cup is a royal road,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Let's go.
just trying to put us in perspective.
As for now, we do see ByuN just setting up, getting his third base up running, throwing down additional Raxes behind this, just building up back at home. Likewise, Solar getting his lair. Meanwhile, it looks like we did research Cloak, so we do have our Cloak Banshees coming in for ByuN, and we'll see if we can snipe any workers or even any queens.
Yeah. Banshees are cloaked. There's no detection here. Doesn't quite get the queen.
Oh!
But at least it's using up the energy of the queens, preventing them from having any injects.
Yeah,
Not
use-
injects, the other one.
Transfuse. Yeah, no transfuse.
Transfused, yes.
As they are going to be spent. Hellions, as you saw, they almost dove into the mineral line, but the queens did break out just in time. Lings as well, so the Hellions are zoned away, and so far Solar he holds.
Yeah. It's a pretty nice hold, but it's good on ByuN not to commit to that. He sees, alright, I'm going to just lose my Hellions and I'm not going to kill anything, so there's no point in going in there. I might as well just sit here and harass.
Yeah, he does pull away. He doesn't throw away those Hellions. Meanwhile, Solar coming in, trying to catch the Hellions himself.
Oh, great surround. ByuN catching up a nice little choke point here. Doing a lot of damage on the Zerglings, but the Hellions will go down. So many Zerglings could have died here.
Yes, yeah.
Only 15 died.
I mean, really nice catch. Again, I mean, he was locked in. Like, the Hellions, they were locked in. They could not escape from this little, pocket, I should say. So, nice setup there from Solar. Behind this, you see ByuN setting up. Second factory's on the way, taking his gases, going for a fourth CC. Unlike his opponent, unlike his predecessor, with Percival, he was committed and basically like a 3-base all-in at Percival. Here, ByuN is getting ready to take a fourth.
Yeah. He was talking about going to the gym to do work on his chest exercises today.
Yeah,
He did mention that he was going to getting swole like Impact.
Yeah. ByuN, he's been going to the gym a lot recently. He's been working out. He's looking good. He's looking toned.
Toned. Getting buff. Buff ByuN. ByuN.
God.
Eventually we'll find a good name for that.
We'll get there. I'm waiting.
He's Monster Man. That's what he called the Impact.
Yes. Called him a monster. Not human. We'll see if ByuN can get to that point. For now, though, as we mentioned before, getting his fourth on location, setting up at the center. Solar, he has taken up into Hive. He's working towards from Lingbane Roach Ravager into Ultra. This is the same build that Solar went for against Percival, but again, ByuN is being less aggressive this time. He's macroing behind it.
Yeah. He should have a much better position than Percival had against this kind of push-out. The thing that worries me for ByuN that he hasn't really done any harassment damage yet. Look at these Zerglings, the Mosh Pit Zerglings. Yeah, this job probably won't be achieving much.
Yeah, ByuN, he will have to pick up, he will have to evacuate at the same time, pushing forward, trying to get the queen. First queen does fall, and he will have to respect those mainlings. Up!
Such a butt-clenching situation to see speedlings chasing warriors.
Yeah, it was close,
That Indiana
thankfully.
Jones thing.
See, that would have been a nice, like, cardboard animation bit. A bailing, rolling, like, through caves, chasing marines. Yeah.
Yeah. Alright. So, got Katna's plating on the way. We have some Ultralisks about to pop out. We have adrenal glands finishing. So, Solar is getting into the composition he wants, but he pushes off earlier, though. Using the
Yeah.
Blinding Clouds to get some of these tanks. Does pretty well.
A nice cleanup. He gets 3 tanks in total. Very nicely done. At the same time, ByuN does drop back into the main base. This time, the Lings are not in position. Drones are going to be more under fire, but it looks like it's going to be a one-way trip. The medevac is very low.
Those benches are still alive.
One of them. Oh no! One of them's still alive.
Or not.
Oh no.
Yeah, some decent harassment by ByuN. At least keeping Solar busy, but it's not doing enough damage.
Yeah, not quite. Solar, he defends back at home. He shuts down the push once again. You can see that Solar's having a hard time pushing up the ramp in towards the in towards ByuN's half of the map. ByuN at least maintains his position, but he's not really gaining any ground, or at least he's having a hard time finding it.
Solar setting up a runway into a runway into the fourth base of ByuN. Sneaking at the back there. But yeah, ByuN trying to drop, trying to be mobile on the map, and Solar so far shuts it down pretty much every time.
Yeah, he's been able to keep up so far. Ultras are slowly arriving, getting into all their upgrades. 3 is on the way. Ultra speed as well. We have the Spire that should be for Corruptors. That should be for the anti-air. When it comes to Solar's composition, that's the big downside, is that he doesn't really have a lot that shoots up. But despite that, the drops of ByuN haven't been too effective.
Yeah. I mean, he has spores in his base, and he has some units to defend other ways. Now he's using Blinding Clouds to block the tanks, and he's pushing into the third base of ByuN. Trying to switch into the fourth base, but ByuN has enough to defend this, I think.
Yeah,
even
nice.
With Cardinal's plating, those Ultras will go down.
Yeah, very nice kiting out of ByuN. He does kite all the way back. He will take down most of the Ultras, but he bleeds out so much of his army. Likewise, 19 SCVs. Oh, the 19 SCVs go down. Roaches, they get into the mineral line, and ByuN, he will lose his mineral line.
And this is the first time ByuN loses workers this game, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. He will finally lose some of his economy. Solar, he instantly remaxes it, and he's going to keep going. He's just going to keep going, keep applying pressure. His goal here is to break ByuN here and now.
The ghosts are out. They're sniping. Solar actually making it. The Bennings are rolling in. We got some roaches to buffer at the front. There's not a lot for those Bennings to actually connect with. There's a lot of beef in the Terran army. The Marines are mostly dead. It's just more orders, ghosts, and tanks.
Yeah, exactly. It's a very high-tech army here for ByuN, but there's not much of it, and it looks like he's going to be broken. GG gets caught. Solar, he breaks through, and Solar takes a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, you weren't kidding when you said that Solar is in his redemption arc.
Yeah.
ByuN was not making his life easy here, and he still managed to be pretty solid.
Yeah, really safe play out of Solar to open up Roach Ravager. Whenever ByuN tried to apply pressure with his tanks, with his move outs, like he was just denied it every single time. Solar doing a great job at resetting the tank count time and time again. And yeah, Solar, he eventually once again defended until his ultras. So he reached into his hive tech.
Yeah. We wanted to see how ByuN would handle that attack, and it seems like without the harassment on the other side, it doesn't quite work. It's very difficult to defend against it with competent hands like Solar's.
Oh yeah, very, very difficult. And with that, Solar, he does hold on, does take the first game. But now it's going to be ByuN's map pick, and we're getting into game number 2. We're going to be, once again, we started the evening on this map. We haven't seen it since, but up next we have Incorporeal.
Yes, indeed. We have our translator, Melissa, in the chat, also supplying us that we're talking about the map, and this is the first time ByuN was playing this against... last Thursday he played it against Solar.
Yeah,
so this wasn't the first time. It's kind of a map that they both know. Okay.
Yeah. So last Thursday was our Turtle Tussle. That's when they also played in the final Turtle Tussle. Also on TLMC maps.
We have too many tournaments. I can keep track of all of them. Also, Turtle Tussle is like in 2 a.m. for me, so I never actually see it. Anyway, welcome everyone to TLMC20 Incorporeal, the map which does not exist. We are not in fact. It's a ghost map. It's a map. We need to bring the what is the ghost hunters to find them.
Yeah. We need to bring in the
map.
the EMP readers and like
Did you hear that? Did you hear that light?
I'm
Something moved. Something moved. That mineral patch moved. That mineral patch moved.
I think that mineral patch just said steel mold. I think.
Steel mold. Anyway, in the southeast of this map, which does not exist, all the way from the land of Korea, representing Shopify Rebellion, are Red Terran, the legend that is ByuN.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Incorporeal, we have our South Korean Zerg player, our blue Zerg, representing Team Falcons. It is Solar.
Sorry, headphone users. my special effects department is loud.
But here we go. We're getting into our next game. Go on.
Huh? I was trying to see why is this map so dirty?
It is like there's like smudges everywhere. Yeah.
The grimy.
Yeah. It's Incorporeal.
Oh yeah, it doesn't exist. Okay,
forgot. That's why there's so much neglect on the map. It just doesn't exist. No one's there to keep.
Yeah, they hired a crew to come in and clean it, but they were like, we couldn't find the place. It doesn't exist.
There you go. We got lost. We ended up on any map.
Yeah, of course. Like there's no cleaner bots here. We do need cleaner bots on this map.
True. See, we take them for granted. This is what happens when there's no critters, when there's no cleaner bots.
Yeah. No one to eat the garbage. Oh, there's that thing that looks like a... There's a pyramid things where the wall is next to the queens. It's a little tiny doodad that looks like a nexus or like a gateway.
That little thingy?
Yeah, this thing.
Okay.
Yeah. What is it?
It's
why is it there?
It's an aesthetic choice deal. It's like, why is it like a little sun? There's like a holographic sun here as well. It's crazy.
Well, that's for lighting, you know.
Yeah.
Lighting purposes. You need to have that there. But this thing is like...
Someone just left it.
Yeah. Kuro was wondering if it actually blocks up the wall, like if it prevents you from walling out that corner.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't. Spoiler alert.
Okay. But from here, once again, 3CC Banj here, same build out of ByuN 2 games in a row. But something we should emphasize as we load into Incorporeal is that this is a larger map. This is a much larger map. The map pool much larger compared to Kill Switch. So we shouldn't expect as intense of a game. Like you saw just how much tension there was between Solar and ByuN in the last game, just because like they were right next to each other. Like the bases, I mean, like there was just a lot of aggression, a lot of engagements happening right next to the bases of ByuN. Here we're a little more spread out.
Yeah, this is more like just like Catalyst. The map gives me Catalyst vibes.
Yeah, it's
Catalyst. Catalyst.
It's a little more open, like Catalyst. True.
What was the name of the map that was Catalyst but sideways?
Blue Shift? Is that Blue Shift or?
Blue Shift, yeah. Just the same map.
Look, map makers, they were very creative back in the day. Very creative.
Yeah. To be fair, they had to like draw it by hand like that because you couldn't just take the map and just turn it around. So they had to remake the map sideways, which feels like a giant headache to me. I tried to make a map once. I got bored after 2 hours. Guess what I was? Guess what I wanted to call it?
What are we gonna call it?
Low Leopard.
Of course. That's a deep cut, Steel. That's a deep cut.
Yeah, it's a deep cut.
Speaking of deep cuts. Yeah. Oh my
deep
god.
Burns. Oh. Ouch. Now, this is the kind of damage that ByuN needs to do to survive the onslaught of Solar later on in the game.
Yeah, he dives in and gets 10 drone kills, does lose the Hellions, but does get some economic damage behind this building of his bio army, getting to his own 3-back setup, is getting his 30C on location. It's a little bit bold to take it this quickly, but there is a Banshee to defend, a Banshee to hold on.
I'm trying to see, did we get, where's the RWC upgrades? Forgot.
G.
Watch the letter. G, okay. Oh, we do have cloak, okay. I thought for a second he skipped the cloak, because he only has one Banshee this time. He skipped the second one. Oh, catches the probe. Not probe. Drone, yes. I thought drone, then I thought, no, it's probe. Then I thought, no, it's not probe. It's drone.
We got there. He gets a couple of drone kills.
Very well equipped for this.
See, that's when you start saying the generic terms and you just say worker. He got to work.
A worker, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this unit just went down. And these other units across the map for ByuN. For the Red Terran.
Yeah, there you go.
For the
There
red
you go.
Found out for the Red Player. These units for the Red Player are going across the map.
You're
Some of them are
exposing.
selected, some of them are not.
You're exposing our secrets, Steel Mode. That's what we do. No.
I can't remember what it is, so I just say generic thing.
If it's
Thing on the map. Thing. It's doing the thing.
It's fine. But ByuN so far, he is going to be deflected. We have Roach Ravager once again. This is the same style out of Solar. Oh, he almost does get the medevac, but it's going to be Roach Ravager into Lingbane, into Hype, into Ultra. 3 games in a row so far. Solo going for that same overall kind of build, overall composition.
Yeah, and all these harassments are getting shut down once again. So, ByuN did a bit of damage, but now it's going to kind of stop. Nice catch on that Overlord. Sacrificing these Marines, like, nah, I'm not picking you up. Forget it. There's a pile on the way. Ooh! Solar wasn't perfectly positioned here. The drop will be able to happen.
Yeah, it gets
all of these Marines in the main base.
Yeah, it gets another Overlord. Ooh, but the medevac is going to be targeted down. One medevac does 4. At the same time, we do see ByuN pushing through the center. Once again, just clearing up as much creep as possible, setting up for an eventual push towards the expansions.
Yeah. Ooh, the medevac died, but the Marines are still alive.
Yeah. Does unload in time, gets a Queen. At the same time, ByuN still trying to gain ground. He doesn't really have too much to threaten the expansion itself, but he's at least maintaining the high ground. Oh.
I mean, he's keeping Solar on this side of the map, which is really important right now. Oh, a few mainline connections, but not too much. The tank does get sniped, but there is another tank to replace it.
Yeah, the tank does maintain itself. We can see ByuN getting a 4th base. As he gets a 4th, Solo does go for a Ling run by, so he's here to deny that expansion.
Yeah, this time it's 3 medivacs. There's not much to defend here. Could he actually snipe the Vipers right now?
Oh, he steps in. He wants to. Oh.
Yeah. I like that ByuN always like, oh, there's a few Marines that won't be picked up. I will leave you all the time.
He's being gracious to Solar, so he can get something. He can get something when he defends. Beautiful. But ByuN, he does defend his 4th base. At the same time, did snipe a Viper, so big snipe there from ByuN. Does get a Viper. The drops are still active on the map, and ByuN is once again reinforcing. Solar is maxed, but he's still not quite at his ideal composition. He's still waiting for his upgrades for his Ultras.
Yeah, some Ultras are finishing just right now. The Kindness splitting is going to be a bit late, and ByuN does have good upgrades here, so these are still pretty vulnerable.
Yeah.
As you can see, Solar has to back away. He can't quite push all the way through.
Up.
Ooh, nice catch! All these Ravagers.
Yeah, Ravagers, they go down. Big distraction here. The bio drop does take down the spawning pool. Spawning pool goes down. No more Lings. ByuN, he's pulling Solar apart. He's finally getting the damage he's been hoping for.
Yeah, the medivacs are out of energy, so all these Marines are so low on health. This is not a very tenable position here for ByuN. Soon he pretty much has to kind of set up his defenses and wait for the solar push, the inevitable one. I'm not sure he's actually doing that though.
Yeah, I mean, Solar took a lot of losses across the map. I did point out that he sniped the spawning pool. He didn't just snipe that, he sniped the Ultra Cavern as well. So massive pick off there for ByuN. So no more Ultras or Lings can be produced. Solar, he has to rebuild, he has to remake that. Likewise, because the Ultra Cavern got sniped, he actually denied Kindness Blading.
Yeah, 3-3 is on the way for both players. ByuN again pushing out across the map. Look at the creep spread this game. He hasn't even crossed the halfway map line.
And Solar, he's out of
Nice
position.
catch on this base.
Yeah, he's distracted. Mineral line goes down. Expansion as well. Finally, again, especially because Solar, he can't even remake his Lings.
This is the kind of stuff we wanted to see in the previous game. Kind of little games here and there with all the harassment for the Terran. And this time he's actually doing it.
Yeah, exactly. You can see that all it takes is one drop is for a bit of damage to be done, and then the Dominoes. The Dominoes, they fall one after the other. Everything just crumbles apart. Solar, he's still in this. He's still maxed out. But again, it's the upgrades that are heavily lacking here for Solar.
I mean, to be fair, the Dominoes in this case are Ultralisk, so it's very difficult to topple them. But if since he's behind on upgrades and he's economically not as well as he wants to be, and he's not doing the damage that he wants to do on the other side of the map, this is starting to get really, really bad for Solar.
Yeah, it really is here. Top right is going to go down. The Ultra comes in. Remember, no kind of splitting. Base is denied. Ultra falls as well. Very nice trades out of ByuN. Drops back into the main. Looks like the drop is cleaned up in the main base to Solar. He is stemming the tide. He is holding on. He is building himself up. But ByuN has momentum. Momentum is definitely on the side of the Terran.
Can you break those rocks and block that base from being taken?
I think it does fully wall that area off. Yeah, it does.
So I think that's like a great move right now, just to prevent a comfortable base for the Zerg.
Yeah.
So you can just push on to the next one.
For sure. I mean, he'll do one better. He'll snipe another base. That's another extension goes down.
Ooh, pick up and stay. Someone said pick up and go, and it was just Medivacs. They don't always do what you expect them to do.
He keeps you guessing.
And he's harassing on the other side of the map. Nice move for ByuN.
Once again moves in. Big mine connections here on the Lings. A lot of Lings are going to be going down. Likewise, top right is still yet to be taken. Power bombs will finally clean up those medevacs. So Solar, he does find some damage here, but still bleeds out another Ultra.
That medevac is still alive, by the way. The one that was power bombed. This base kinda not, yes, kinda surviving, but there's a lot of Zerglings and the more coming in, ByuN might need to push back. There's not a lot of backup for these units, and the medevacs are running low on energy. So yeah, he's gonna have to back away. Some damage on the other side of the map. The Ultralisks run by.
Yeah.
Waddle by, if you will. Takes out a base.
They take down a planetary. Very nice. At the same time, Lings, they deny another expansion as well. ByuN, he's now taking some losses himself. He's still doing damage across the map, that is true, but likewise will take down, or will lose 2 bases and a mineral line.
I think as long as ByuN can keep on the pressure on Solar, I think he's good. These losses are not a big deal.
Yeah, like...
yeah, he's... Oh, things are coming in. They're in the natural. They're in the main. They're in the bone.
Yeah, Lings, they do slip in. They're going to be cleaned up, though, and as you're mentioning, ByuN, he still has a decent economy, but he cannot afford to lose his expansion. He already lost 2 bases. He can't lose the planetary. Not again.
Yeah, this is it. If ByuN loses this game is in serious danger, but no, he manages to safeguard this. It's not a lot of ghosts. There's 12 ghosts here.
That is a lot of ghosts here. Again, ByuN, he does have that more refined army. Solar likewise has a comparable army as well, and again, Solar's doing a great job here at counter-attacking, at denying bases. We do see ByuN floating over an orbital. That is not a planetary, so it's going to be a more vulnerable expansion.
One thing that's been happening in the past minute or so is that ByuN hasn't been harassing anymore. And that gives Solar the time to consolidate his force and just push forward here. The snipes are not enough. The Ultralisks are munching on everything. Hot pick up with the medivacs will save some of the units, but that's not enough. Look at the army supply.
Yeah, that was a big loss there for ByuN. ByuN, he lost, how many he lost? 8 ghosts. He lost 8 ghosts in that fight. Likewise, his economy is still lackluster. He's muling his heart out here. He's kind of broke when it comes to minerals. He needs as much money as possible to rebuild. ByuN is in a rough position here after losing those expansions.
It's okay to lose the ghosts. They're incorporeal.
Ah.
Yeah, I know. So it's a stretch, but I had to say something.
Oh, we have the word Infestor. He's waiting for his moment.
Fun it. Well, there's nothing else here. So.
Yeah, we're waiting.
Well, there are turrets. He's building turrets there, so that I think it's out of range, but it's going to be stuck there.
Mm-hmm.
This is like a borrowed Baneling, just waiting to happen.
Yeah, as the Infestor does reposition, does get away from those turrets. Oh my god.
Oh, nice catch for that Widow Mine. A lot of Zerglings went down there.
Yeah, nice last
good
seconds.
fungal.
Yeah, it does last seconds
Can he
split.
take advantage of it though?
Does pull away and so
Oh,
far.
I like that. That Widow Mine flank there. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Solo almost got into the kill zone, but backed away in the last second.
Yeah, ByuN, he does. If any, does hold on. At the same time, he attempted a run by, attempted a counterattack, and despite how scary this was looking for ByuN a couple of moments ago, he is stabilizing once again, and he does catch out the Vipers. Very nice catch.
Oh, nice catch. There's an Infestor there, by the way. Bird.
Oh yeah.
Just where those ghosts were standing. Infestors, they're so sneaky.
Yeah, the initial Infestor is actually still there as well. It's still here on the right-hand side, coming in for the fungal. Oh no!
Woo! That's a great fungal. Yes. That was the great catch.
Yeah, and with that Solar, he breaks through the main
Bangs
army, he busts into the mineral line. Liberation has arrived as limited anti-air, but he does get the mineral line.
Yeah, these are losses that ByuN really can't afford right now. It was in a good position towards the start of the late game, but you can't keep taking these losses. He hasn't been on the other side of the map in something like 3 or 4 minutes.
Yeah, he's trying to move out, takes down 2 of these Ultras. At the same time, we have a massive counterattack here with Ultras as well, busting into the main base.
Yeah, Solar taking the southwest base, by the way. Just... It's like, I know it belongs to you, but I'll take it anyway.
It does take bottom left. He breaks the natural expansion. Both players will lose some mineral lines here. More mining is going to be denied as well. A very chaotic game state here. The Liberators, they will trade very well, at least against some of these Ultras. But no, that center expansion is going to go down. Oh no.
There's not enough SCVs to repair. Some Zerglings are surrounding them. They're going to go down, and this planetary is surviving.
It's close.
No, the road is coming in. Yeah, it's going to go down. That was scrappy.
Very close, very close. A couple more Ultras did come in to reinforce. The base goes down, and that was the most important mining base for ByuN. He has the base on the right-hand side, but again, his SCV count is in the gutter. He has to rely on mainly Mule.
Yeah, his army's pretty big, but he has to get something with it. He has to go across the map and do damage. Most of his army is Marauders, by the way.
Oh yeah, mainly Marauders. No more ghosts, right? The ghost count was almost completely reset. There's 1 ghost left over, and without a lot of ghosts, these Ultras are going to be that much more terrifying.
Yeah. How are Marauders versus Ultralists would...
Yeah, they're okay. They're okay. Ideally, you want Marauders
They're
and
better
ghosts.
than nothing.
Yeah,
They're better than nothing.
Yeah.
I prefer to have Liberators and Ghosts, but yeah. Alright. Are they stabilizing actually right now? What's going on?
Solar did lose a couple of workers on the left-hand side. I mean, Solar also doesn't have the best economy either. It's better than ByuN's, but also only on 54 workers. So the economy for both players are not looking ideal. Solar's trying to remax here with more Lings, with more Ultras. Solar is going to be the first to remax. Right now, there's still a lot of pressure on ByuN.
Yeah. So ByuN is not broken yet. There's a run by going into his natural base right now. Or maybe it's just going to stand outside. Solar trying to go into the multi-prong here. driving right into the liberation zones. The binds don't
Nice.
quite catch the liberators, and ByuN is pushing this back and killing some Ultralisks along the way. The run-by hasn't really done much damage on the natural base of ByuN.
Yeah, very nice snipes here by ByuN. He takes down, what, 3, 4, 5 Ultras, but at the same time does overextend. Again, ideally, ByuN, he needs to fight with these Liberators.
Yeah. The problem is that's the siege conundrum for Terran. Do you unsiege and move these things, or do you keep them where they are? It's always a big debate, and the answer is always wrong. Unless you're Maru, the answer is always wrong.
Yeah, and ByuN, he does reposition his Liberators to be more defensive. He moves out with his Bio Army, and it looks like he will get this mineral line. Not bad.
Nice. That's a good catch for ByuN. That's what he needs right now to stay in the game. To cripple Solar's economy, he needs to get that base on the southwest.
Yeah, the problem is he hasn't scouted it. He doesn't know. Like, he doesn't know about bottom left. He hasn't seen it yet. If he were, like, that'd be a free base.
Yeah. I'm guessing that's why Solar is taking those bases there. It's like kind of an insurance policy.
Yeah, for sure. Meanwhile, Infestor goes down. Liberators, they do hold their own, but that's just an overwhelming army. Another Fungal wins!
Liberators, most of them are sieged on the other side, and they're not here to be helpful with those Ultralisks, but that's a lot of orders. They're beefy.
They are beefy. They take down another Ultra here. The Ultra's getting very low on HP. Unfortunately, there's only one ghost remaining. ByuN, he kites back well, but he will lose another mineral line. Another base essentially goes down.
He's down to 22 workers, but wait, I see that Solar also lost 22 workers somewhere.
Yeah, he did lose workers. I believe there were just workers that died towards the left. Maybe a Liberator had gotten some economic damage as well, but not too bad here by ByuN. Alas, he still was unaware of bottom left. If he was, he could do even more damage, but Solar, he's still maintaining himself, going for another expansion.
You must start wondering, where do you have all this money? I'm killing all your bases and all your workers.
He's rallied.
Your forces
You'll see.
are under attack.
Yeah!
Oh, but is it too late?
Oh, it's a big fungal on all of ByuN's army. It may not matter if he gets that base in the southwest. It does not have an army.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, this is pretty much done. GG is cold, and Solar will be up 2-0 in this series on match point to win this entire tournament.
GG, well played. Solar, he will take the 2-0 lead. Very clutch game, and to be honest, ByuN was in a beautiful position towards the mid game. He was in a very strong position, but if you remember, there was that one big moment with Solar. He was able to kill the planetary on the right and deny the CC on the left hand side. That was the moment where ByuN was unable to maintain momentum. He kind of lost that momentum that he had accumulated, and he never really got a sword economy after that.
Well, he kind of came back. He started taking bases. He sniped a base here with a lot of workers on the left side of the map. You know, kind of. Wait, is that the right map?
Yeah.
Yes, for water.
He wants to hydrate. He's asking if he can hydrate. It's fine.
There was a map called Waterfall, so
There was.
maybe. All right, and this is we haven't seen this map yet. It's called the Bracket.
Sure. Yeah, in some languages.
That's a German joke
Yeah.
for all you Germans out there. All my Deutsch brethren. Yeah, so for some reason Germans called the bracket grid. The grid. I don't know why.
Yeah, I think it's similar in. I know in Latin America, I think it's called like the table instead, like the.
Yeah,
Yeah.
tableness.
Mhm.
My guess is it's like from old school sports,
Mhm.
you know, where you had like teams on a grid on a.
Mhm.
Yeah, it makes sense if you think about it like that. We're just calling it bracket because we're used to it.
Yeah.
Alrighty, welcome everyone to the grid. We're on the grid, I guess. We're all connected. It's a It's a grid. I got nothing. In the northeast corner of the map, all the way from the land of Korea, trailing 0-2 in this final match. It is our red Terran representing Shopify Rebellion. Give it up for ByuN.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have the South Korean Zerg player. We have the blue Zerg. It is for Team Falcons, Solar.
They're having some lag spikes there, and hopefully it's not going to affect too much. Well, I'm going to.
And hopefully it clears up, and hopefully everything is okay. So we may have lost Steak for a moment. But for now, we're going to be settling into the grid. I'll be honest, I have not castled on this map yet. I do recognize this map from the TLMC, and this is a map that reminds me a lot of Equilibrium. It reminds me a lot of Habitation Station. Very short rush distance by air here. Likewise, relatively short rush distance by ground as well. It is a very long map. Like, there's a lot of bases towards the south side. I'll be honest though, I don't know if these bases are ever going to come into play. I don't know if they're if these southern bases here are going to be taken. It can be a little bit awkward here to get into a longer game state, but we'll see. We'll see. As I do think I have lost Steak for a moment. Oh, hello. Oh.
It was a crash, and Discord crashed as well this time, so it took me a while to.
Good. Oh, good. Ooh. But yeah, loading into a new map here for the time being. Meanwhile, once again, ByuN going for a third CC. Now, this is going to be a greedier move. This time is going for a third CC before the factory.
Yeah. So that's super greedy. On a weird map like this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good.
Exhausts. Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
See, that's the Steam that we should have seen on Steam City.
Exactly. It's fancy Steam as well. Like, it's got a nice little like color palette to it.
Yeah. Looks like the cloud around an Archon, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a little bit.
Like the Archon effect.
Mm-hmm. The incorporeal being, if you will. Oh. As we are setting up. Likewise, you see ByuN scouting to the close by locations. He's looking for proxies or making sure there's no shenanigans going on. Hunting overlords more likely, actually. Hunting overlords. Alas, we do see that Solar has kept that overlord alive. But in general, I agree with Steel in the sense that, like, we have a nice little, like, color palette here. Like, we often don't see different colored Steam vents. Typically, it's great. It's just Steam. But here we have, like, a tinge of teal added to it and a nice little color effect as well, which is great to see. And again, I'm curious to see if we end up in a longer game state. This is Zelnaga towards the south. There's all these other bases as well. We do see ByuN committing here to his gasless initial opener, going for a 3 racks follow-up. And Solar, he comes in with a scout. He does get eyes on all 3 racks.
Yeah, my graphics card does not really like this game, this map. I've lowered my graphics settings to the lowest. I hope this helps.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully.
See, the problem is these maps are not fully optimized just yet, so they're kind of like not as stable.
Mm-hmm.
I'm blaming the maps, yes, not my ancient graphics card. A 980 GTX Ti.
It's fine. It's fine. We're almost at the end. You've almost made it.
Yes. Well, depending on how ByuN will do here.
True.
Hopefully not. Hopefully we'll go to the S match.
True. Hopefully we can go the distance here. When it comes to what you missed out on, we do have our we had our initial 3 racks. We had a very greedy start here by ByuN, getting in towards that mid game. Likewise, we do have initially double Evo chamber opener out of Solar. So both players just playing this out very, very greedily, very macro oriented.
Yeah. Like I said, which was strange. Well, I tried to say before I crashed. It's a strange thing to do on this kind of small map that has a very kind of, look at the distance between the third bases.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's almost one screen or
a
screen and a half in terms of distance.
Oh yeah, 100%. Short rush distance by ground. Again, as I was mentioning where you left us, Steel, is that there are a lot of bases. There are a lot of bases here towards the south side, so it's a very kind of like long map, or very vertical. But because it's so close by ground initially, like I don't know if these bases are ever gonna come into play. I would like it to happen. I'd like to.
Ninja base. They're usually ninja bases. What was the name of the map that had a gold base at the bottom there in that kind of composition? It had that kind of
I think Stargazers was kind of like that. I don't remember Stargazers, but that also had like, it was a blue map, but it had a gold base right here in the center towards the bottom.
Yeah, I remember the map. I don't remember the name.
Okay. Fair enough. But we do see this time Ling Bane, as in this time not Road Ravager. No Road Ravager out of Solar. This time straight up Ling Bane instead.
I like it. Classic TVZ. And ByuN pushing forward. Oh, he's going to clear out the gold base.
Yeah, I mean, you
alluded
to earlier, like on a map like Stargaze, the gold was towards the bottom. Here, the gold is towards the top.
Alright. Rebuff comes in. Solar does have enough to defend it. The Banelings don't have speed just yet, so against ByuN, they're not going to do much usually. He's a strong enough defender against Banelings to handle slow Banes.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult to make use of them, especially off of creeps. So far, we're just keeping up. ByuN does knock down those rocks, and I wonder if that is indicative. Does ByuN want to expand towards Solar? Is he crazy enough to take this base?
It doesn't have. He wasn't building a command center to take it, so I don't know what that was. Maybe he was opening it up for Solar to take it. It's like, yeah, expand here. It's easy. Look, it's the gold. You want to expand here?
Yeah. Right, like we don't expect either one to take the gold base, but we'll see if it comes into play as ByuN does push forward, trying to catch out some of the queens. Does deny some creep here, but he has to be very careful as a lot of Ling Bane is building up.
Yeah. ByuN not quite getting harassment done just yet. Hasn't been super successful, but it keeps the creep on this side of the map, at least on the upper lane, the upper map. Oh, that was a great Bane connection. Oh.
Yeah, very nice.
Baneling connect. A lot of Marines there.
Yeah, it does force ByuN back. Behind this, Hive is on the way for Solar. It looks like he's going Ling Bane into Ultra, I would imagine, as he has yet to throw down a Hydra Den, so no investment into like Lurker Tech or anything like that. ByuN is still trying to gain ground. It does push towards the top side. Tanks are soon to siege, but so far, Solar, he's somewhat in position here. He does have his Ling Bane ready. Oh!
Yeah, it's gonna be difficult to push up that ramp, especially since ByuN only has one. Oh, actually, he has 3 times. Sorry. My eyes don't work.
They blend into the terrain.
Yeah. I lowered my graphic settings. I can't see anything.
That's all good.
Oh, Link's going into the... No, they're going in and out? What?
Yeah, they attempted. The SimCity was just a little bit too awkward here, and the Lings, they are denied. So nice defense there by ByuN. At the same time, coming in with a double drop, does head towards the mineral line. So far, though, Solar, he is somewhat keeping up, but oh, never mind. Damage is being found.
Yeah. I like Solar's creep highway towards the middle of the map. It will enable him to do some surround movements against any push that ByuN does on the upper lane.
Yeah, we'll allow for
he's
that.
taking the gold, finally.
Meanwhile, ByuN, he will take a Baneling to the face. A bit of friendly fire from that tank as well, so he's running out of Marines here. Likewise, still has that double drop as well, has yet to activate it. Hive is now done for Solar, and there it is. Ultra production has begun.
I think this map is going to be great for ultra pushes. You know, it's got those narrow pathways. You can just munch on every Marine and Marauder on your way. Push them together.
There's definitely a lot of potential here for the Ultras. Meanwhile, Solar getting ready for a Ling Bane run by this time, but there's a lot of reinforcements back at him for ByuN. He's ready for that run by.
Yeah. Great SimCity by ByuN. Does Solar know about the gold base? About to.
Yeah, as he comes in from both angles, he gets a full surround. ByuN, he was crazy enough to take the gold, and there's no saving this. There's no saving the gold base. It's a planetary. The planetary, it's going to go down.
My guess is he maybe thought he would have his army close by as he pushes on the upper lane towards Solar's main base. So, you know, he could always defend it with his army, but then his army was out of position and it all went down.
Well, that's also where the run by came into play, right? Where there was a lot of supply stuck at home, right? There was like a lot of tanks sieged up here to defend the natural and to defend the third, less so to defend the forward expansion. But also, like, it does, even without that, it does feel like this base is hard to take, right? Like the goal base, it doesn't seem like an easy expansion to maintain.
I mean, he's taking it again, so
Yes.
he has other plans. He has more medivacs here than Marauders, actually. This is not a very strong force for ByuN right now.
But he is distracting Solar, and likewise, as you mentioned, he is expanding towards Solar. Like, he's so close to the natural, right? He's so close to the natural. If he can break the natural, he can push into the main, and he can end the game. So he's close to threatening here the production and the tech of a Solar.
Going to drop into the main, or at least try to. Gonna get Parasity bombed. Bombed Parasity.
Yeah. Get
Man's
bombed.
forces are a little... They're kind of all over the place, and they're not really doing... He's not really getting any harassment done.
Yeah,
Well, maybe here, maybe...
he still has a double drop, and he will find some drone kills. Workers are going to be falling. Meanwhile, that's going to be another expansion going to be going down, so a nice pick off there. Meanwhile, we do see Solar catching at the ByuN army in the center.
It's going to lose a lot of the bio units. ByuN might lose this base once again. No, Solar doesn't have enough. Oh, he's coming in from the side. He's coming in from the side.
Yeah.
He's going to get the tanks.
Does come in for a flank, takes down another one of these tanks. We do see ByuN, he does, for now at least, hold on to that expansion. For now, he does hold on to that mineral line. ByuN is still holding on at least, but just barely.
But keep in mind, a lot of ByuN's army supply is 11 medivacs. He's got a lot. At some point, he had more medivacs than Marines.
He's got a lot of medevacs.
Not a good situation.
On top of that, though, thanks to the medevacs, he's going for a drop here towards the south, and Solar, he's not quite in position, so it does force a big reaction out of Solar. We'll get a couple of drone kills. It's going to be just the one drone going down.
I'm wondering if a few spines to add here would be a little bit nice, just to delay any damage from these drops, to make sure that they just don't do enough.
Yeah, just
That's the only way for ByuN to come back.
especially just because it's just such a, because it's so like long, or it's so vertical as well. It's quite a far away expansion here for Solar, so it's not really easy to rotate between the bases and to react to these drops, especially if he's towards the top side instead. Meanwhile, ByuN, he's remaxed. ByuN, he's remaxed. He's got Ghost as well in the mix. He has a pretty threatening army.
There's Spire on the way for Solar though. Maybe considering some kind of transition here. But is pushing forward. The Ducklings no, and backing away, seeing the amount of tanks. Yeah, I don't want to be there.
Yeah, ByuN has a really nice arc of tanks here. Like now he has been able to like spread out his tank count. Like he's in a pretty solid position here. It looks like he will maintain that gold, and now he can start to look to expand further towards Solar. So ByuN, he's actually not in the worst position, not anymore. It was rough earlier losing the expansion, but now he's able to hold on.
Yeah, and he's taking a fifth base as well, expanding towards the right side of the map. So if we can get that economically running and not lose this thing, it should be okay.
Yeah, it's going to be a big if though, as the base for now is going to be delayed. We do see it lift and drop for a moment, and the Spire should be for Corruptors. You mentioned before that there's a lot of medevacs. A big reason for that, there's no anti-air, right? There's power bombs, right? The power bombs, that's really it. So medevacs, they've just not been going down.
Yeah, and for ByuN, I like the situation for ByuN to have a lot of medivacs because he's one of those players who is very mobile. He's the one who just pick up his entire army and drop it into a different position.
Exactly, but this time Solar, he does get into the mineral line. SCV is going to be going down. He will clean up the ultras at least. At the same time, ByuN going for another drop, gets 8 drone kills across the map.
Yeah, but look at the worker supply. It's not the biggest of deals. Even with the gold base, Solar is just getting so much more. He's double the mineral income right now.
Yeah. Yeah, economically, Solar's looking very comfortable. Going for the Nidus into the main as well. That does force a big reaction. ByuN, he's trying to race back home. He does drop back into his own main.
Yeah, it's good to have these medivacs. Poor worm. It's like as soon as it came alive, it is dead.
Yeah, the Nidus room is denied, so nice reaction there from ByuN. He does boost back home in time. Meanwhile, trying to retake that planetary, fully walling off as well with more CCs, at least trying to fully wall off. Meanwhile, I believe Solar was caught by the sensor tower, so ByuN, he's aware that, he's aware that a run by is possible.
Why make wall when you can make planetary wall?
True. He is fully walling
the
up.
planetaries get upgrades, weapon upgrades.
They get armor upgrades.
Because ByuN is finishing +3 vehicle damage, which is very rarely seen in a non-mech composition.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to benefit all of his tanks at least, and it may also benefit the planetary as well. Meanwhile, Lynx, they do threaten a dive. We can see Solar once again, he's setting up to try to deny the expansion. He's also taking some of ByuN's bases on his side of the map.
Yeah. Solar is sneaking in all the way, like anti-clockwise, counterclockwise. Just... I was assuming there are going to be some road lords in here. That's why the corruptors were. The greatest spire is just not starting.
Yeah.
I was like, why isn't he making road lords? Why is he wasting his time with corruptors?
Yeah, Greater Spires on the way. I mean, Corruptors, hey, they're a way to finally kill some of these medevacs at least as well. But ByuN is taking another expansion. And again, like, there's just so much terrain here that is in favor of ByuN. I should say there's so many, like, choke points, right? There's all these little choke points here, especially with all these CCs and planetaries and orbitals that he's able to just completely choke up. We'll see if Solar can get here in time. He does spot the army, does try to deny the expansion. He's moving in.
So, big Zerg army here. The Lings are running into the mineral line. The Obelisks are taking care of the army. The Banes are pushing it back. Leaving that base and pushing one towards the 5th.
Yeah, and the base is going to be going down.
Probably go down.
Yeah, Planetary is going to fall at the same time, though. ByuN goes for the kill. He goes for the natural.
Yeah, but there's not much there to kill. Also, Solar is 40 workers ahead, 30 workers ahead.
Yeah, but you know what is back at home is the tech. Solely turns around for a moment. He does catch a couple of these tanks. The expansion goes down, and he's going straight for the main, straight for the hive.
Yeah. ByuN is going for Solar's techs. Solar really needs to make stuff now. He's making a swarm host. This is one token swarm host.
Let's go. The hive. Yeah, it's going to fall. Massive big up here. ByuN, he does snipe the hive, does snipe the natural. We have reinforcements coming in to try to deal with this.
Army? He's not picking up. He didn't pick it up.
Yeah, no detection.
I thought for sure those ghosts are dead.
No detection,
I
and
guess.
well, the problem is that you can't make detection. The hive was killed, so 0 detection, 0 overseers for Solar. He's stuck with what he has. That's a big blow here.
And he's not really making it. He's pretty much going all in here right now in his current composition.
Yeah, thankfully he does have 3 overseers coming in to support. Ooh, takes down the medevacs. And we're in a really weird game state here. What did we lose? We lost the hive. At least the spawning pools are still alive. At least, for now.
Yeah, well, you do need that for Banes.
Uh-huh.
Well, it doesn't have any creep though. It will die eventually.
Yeah, this will eventually fall over, will eventually die. We can see we're trying to replace some of that creep. Solar, he does rotate towards the south side, making sure there is no other expansion. And Solar's max. ByuN needs more time to build up, but right now ByuN, his goal is to survive to turtle. Oof.
Yeah. If he can survive with the tech that he has right now, there's only a couple of liberators, but there are a lot of tanks at the back. Solar will find it very difficult to break this position right now. 16 workers go down for ByuN. He's down to 22.
Yeah.
But
and
he does keep the army.
And that's what's important here, is that Solar, his win condition isn't to break the main army of ByuN, is to cripple the economy, is to make sure that ByuN cannot maintain himself. Remember, the Greater Spire is still alive. We can actually make Broodlords.
Yeah. Whoa. Does he have enough gas for that, though?
That's a good question. Yeah,
Barely
gases
has
have
any
been...
gas income.
Yeah, they haven't been taken. We have gas geysers available, but gases have not been taken, so gas income is limited here for Solar. He's, for now, just stuck remaking Lings, at least for the time being, and ByuN is still stuck on him recovering.
Is long distance mining gas from natural? What?
Does get the CC. Ultras, they come in from behind. The tanks are going to be going down. He gets the tanks in the Minimax. Oh my god.
Yeah, the Autolisks are all down. It's just Corruptors here. This is not good for Solar.
Yeah, this is where the Broodlords would be used for, and at least ground army as well. So we do see Solar, he's rebuilding his ground army. We have more Lings on the way. Queens are getting caught out. ByuN has potential here, but his tank health was almost reset. Does reposition his tanks though.
Yeah. He's retaking that fifth base, but it's the gold is almost finished now. So
Yeah.
it's not that effective at the moment. He's going to starve economically pretty soon, but he keeps saving these army units.
But here they come, the Broodlords. The Broodlords have arrived. This is what we've been waiting for, an anti-ground army. Meanwhile, Solar, did he ever rebuild his... Okay, yeah. He does have a lair once again. He is remaxed, and Solar, he's pushing in. He's pushing forward, and ByuN, he just doesn't really have much to work with. Not anymore. He has a good ghost count, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of ghosts here, but now there's less micro potential. There's only 2 medevacs.
Yeah, he doesn't have any Vikings. It's just, the anti-air here is not non-existent, but it's lacking with Broodlords.
Nice.
Broodlords.
Yeah.
Not Broodlords. Different thing.
A different thing. 3 Broodlords.
It's SE Evo, it's a different thing.
True,
it's a different
true.
one.
Very nice snipes. Every Broodlord goes down, so efficient snipes here to ByuN, but Ling, Bane, Ultra does die forward. Medevacs are going to be falling once again, and this time Solar, he's going for the kill.
Yeah, the tanks are all going down. The Ultralisks are going down as well. This is very scrappy, but ByuN is down to very little army supply, and Solar is rebuilding his army pretty well. He's got the economy for it. ByuN has not.
Yeah, exactly. He's going for the CC as well. The repairs are not good enough. The CC goes down. The SCVs as well, and ByuN, he has been broken. A very intense game, a very intense back and forth. But alas, ByuN, he will not make a series out of this. Not here, not in this finals.
Queens, they spread creep all the way. How did he get creep spread while all this was going on? This is insane.
It's a spread that creep. He finally made it here to the bases of ByuN. ByuN, he has purely tank. He has purely tank here against the Queen's tanks. They're not amazing with their DPS, but they do hold on. Oh.
Yeah. Solar is still harassing all these extra bases here. Pissing all over them. Puking all over them.
And this is all that ByuN has left. It's all he has left. He's down to 6 tanks, 3 Marines, 1 Marauder.
It's a bit of a desperation push here. Barely has any economy. He has 0 income, almost 0 income right now. Actually, 0 income.
Yeah.
He's not making any mini puzzle.
Yeah, 0 income. 2 more tanks go down. ByuN, he's somewhat maintaining his position here. He's holding on. Meanwhile, Solar, he's freely just expanding, taking more bases.
You can win this with the Zerglings. That's it. Make 40 Zerglings and you win.
Yeah, Zerglings are all that is needed. The boys are being pulled. It's all or nothing for ByuN. This is it.
He's getting Broodlords. There's not a lot of anti-air.
Yeah,
If he doesn't get caught by the Marines, he's pretty much won.
Yeah, I mean, Solar has a lot of ways he can win this game. he can go Broodlords, he can go back into Ultra, he can make more Lings. Like this, he's got options.
He can sit back and relax. He can go make pasta or something.
Yeah. Are you gonna have pasta
Wait for
today?
ByuN to make 60 workers. Oh, there's no medivacs. The steam is permanent damage. There we go. GG is cold. And Solar will take this. Was this Duckling open? No. Space Tuna Cup. Sparkling Tuna Cup. Number 84? What number is it? Yes, 84. Very nicely done against the one and only ByuN as well. This was rough games here.
GG, well played. Voting ends for TLMC tomorrow. GG, well played. Congratulations to Sola. Sola having a very strong performance here again on his redemption arc. He was coming in as the favored. He does walk that royal road. Ah, there it is. We got the flags. We got the flags. GG.
GG victory. Whew, very nicely done. ByuN played fantastically, but Solar so solid. All of these games, he was just so good. Defending, harassing, attacking when it's time, building up his economy, and spreading creeps like a champion.
Oh
What
yeah.
the hell?
Exactly. GG, well played. Congratulations to Sola. Does claim the win, does claim the series. ByuN, alas, he does fall here in the finals. Had some very close and very intense games. I do want to say that the maps did come into play for a lot of the games, especially on Kill Switch, where it was very close, very intense, very claustrophobic. Meanwhile, here we saw ByuN going for the gold base, and yeah, it was really cool to see a different approach here, and it was still very back and forth, even though it was a 3-0. Even though it was 3-0 here, ByuN, he did put up a good fight.
Yeah, it's very deceptive because some of these games were very close. We did call them out almost for ByuN at some point.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, Solar was too solid. I guess he flared.
I see what. Yeah, sure. He he did flare. He blinded ByuN and was able to overwhelm. GG. And
Yeah, very nicely done. And Royal Water, a royal driveway, or if you will.
I'm asking Sola if he has any thoughts on the maps. He says, "I love many maps. I love them except for Kill Switch and the Grid," which I understand. I think it's because they're close by ground as well. Like they traditionally they favor aggressive terrain play. But
Yeah. And Solar is like, no, I want to stay back and build my units. Leave me alone. I'm playing Protoss. Can't you see? Yeah, makes sense. Macro players like macro maps. Go figure.
Yeah, GG. I also asked Sola about Last Fantasy. He's like, no 3-player spawn maps. Last
We haven't
Fantasy
seen it
is-
today, huh?
Yeah, we didn't see it today. But you can see the difference though, because Sola, he's like, no, I hate 3-player maps. Meanwhile, I asked ByuN last week what his thoughts on Last Fantasy were, and he was like, oh no, yeah, I want Last Fantasy because it's diverse. Like it's it's more variety. So very different perspectives from both players.
He's a cheeky player who likes to be mobile and likes to shake things up, so it does work for him.
For sure. GG, well played. And also, this is a reminder for those in the chat. TLMC, the Team Liquid Map Contest, voting is still open. So if you haven't voted, you have to do your civic duty here. You have to get your voting in. Head on over to Team Liquid and vote for which maps you want to do well, to place highly, to potentially be added to the ladder map pool.
Yeah. Because we want maps.
Oh yeah, exactly.
And these are pretty good maps.
Yeah, they're pretty good maps. They're a lot of fun. Personally, there are some maps that I wish I saw more of, like Steam City. We saw Steam City for like 1 minute. It was a short game on Steam City, so we didn't really get to embrace it too much. Outside of some visual aspects, I do really like maps like Antimatter seems like fun. Spirit Crusher is a little bit more standard. I'm on the fence about Spirit Crusher for sure. I think I appreciate how different the Grid and Kill Switch are. I wouldn't mind having like a map or two similar to that, where it's like short rush distance by ground, and you have like a more aggressive map for certain. But yeah.
Link Team 6.
True.
Yeah, you have to remember who's speaking here.
Yeah.
We know you lied.
True. But I don't think I've ever seen a map on torches. I'm looking at the map pool here this week, and there's a map called Torches. I don't think we got to see the map, unfortunately.
Yeah, we did not.
Well, what do you think, Steelmold? Did you have any thoughts on the maps that you saw today? Any strong thoughts?
Yeah, I like them by and large. There's not one that stands out as like it's too boring or something. Yeah, I like it. I like that they have gimmicks, but they're not like super gimmicks.
Yeah.
They're like, you know, a base that you can wall off here. You know, some slow zones that you can destroy there. Nothing too crazy. Things that give variety to different situations on the map, but without just, you know, this is the map where we always rush.
Yeah.
Because there's speed zones all the way through, and you can just send your Ducklings across the map, and that's what everyone does. You know, hopefully that's not what's going to happen with these maps. I don't think it will. I think these are they're varied enough.
Yeah, and there's a lot of them as well. Like, we only featured 8. There's 16 in total. There's 16 maps in total, so it's a lot of maps to go through and to pick between. So, do wish you all the best when it comes to voting. I think for certain, I'm probably going to go for Last Fantasy. Like, I want the reintroduction of 3-player spawn maps. It has been years since we've had 3-player spawn maps. I would love for that map to make it through. Outside of that,
I don't think I've ever seen 3-player spawn maps.
Yeah, I think the
I've
last
seen 4-player spawn maps.
The last 3-player spawn map that we had in the map pool, I believe, was Catalina. If you remember Catalina, Hoi Hoi Hoi.
Before my time,
Okay,
I watched it.
yeah.
I didn't cast it.
Yeah, I remember.
It was
there was
that was the cactus.
Yes. Yeah. Oh no, not quite. There was not quite. That was Cactus Valley.
No, it was Cactus Valley. Okay. Same apple.
Yeah.
Things in my brain just kind of mash in together. No, Catalina was the orangey caramel thing.
Yes. The K-pop one. Yes.
I know.
I think
I
that
know
was
my K-pop. I know my one K-pop song.
There you go. That's all you need.
Actually, I really like that song.
Yeah, it's fun. There's that, and I think there was another one that was maybe one map pool later. Merry-go-round. Oh, there we go. Apparently, okay. The info fairy in the chat.
I have no recollection of that map, Your Honor.
I know. There's only just so much space in the brain for that. It's like, it's gone.
There wasn't that much space to begin with. It looks like I have a big head, but it's just the hair situation.
But with that, congratulations to Solar. Again, he does walk that royal road. He is going to be this week's champion. And thank you so much, Steelmold, as well, for joining me here today. Steelmold, outside of getting a new graphics card, what's happening over in the land of Steelmold? It's been a while since
I'm not buying a graphics card today. Have you seen what's going on with graphics cards these days?
True.
I'm terrified.
I was gonna say
they cost $1 bajillion.
No.
I think I can probably sell this garbage graphics card today for more than I bought it 8 years ago.
Do we expect any streams anytime soon? It's been a while since I've seen a Steelmold stream. It's been a while.
We could. I've been debating a few games that I could stream, but you know, follow me at twitch.tv/Steelmold and you will get notifications when I'm streaming. It's the best we can do.
There you go. There. Exclamation mark Steelmold in the chat. What games are you thinking of? What do you think you're playing?
Well, there is a game, I don't know if you know it, called Divinity Original Sin 2.
I think I've heard of it before. Yeah.
You've heard of it before.
I think
you started streaming this.
Yep.
With Kuro and Yaku.
Yep.
I saw you streaming it, so this looks like a nice game. I'll buy it. I bought the game.
Yep.
Finished the game. I finished maybe 15 playthroughs of the game so far in different characters and different builds, and you just finished the first act basically.
Yep. Look, we like to let the game breathe. Okay, we take our time. Okay, we don't rush
It's not
through it.
breathing. It's drowning under the ocean.
Oh,
The
no.
gods are not saving it.
Oh no.
As that is a reference for Divinity Original Sin too,
there you
because
go.
the gods save. I don't know if you remember,
Yeah.
but the gods save you from drowning.
Yeah. I remember drowning. I remember that.
I have to explain the joke because
At the end of the
you know,
first act.
by the way, they came up with DLCs and stuff for this
Oh no. Oh
for
no.
that game since then.
We'll eventually we'll catch up eventually. We'll catch up eventually. Look, we've just been very busy as of late, but you know, maybe 2025 will be the year that we're able to have another Divinity stream. It's possible. Could happen.
Yeah, and Krupp is also trying to convince me to join you on Final Fantasy. What is it, 14?
14.
This is Roman numerals. I was like,
Have you
I've been
are you
reading
much into RPG? As in, I say RPGs. Technically, I guess
MMOs.
Divinity is. Yeah, like MMOs or even previous Final Fantasy games.
I find MMOs boring, and Final Fantasy games. I played one back in the 90s.
Mhm.
It was a bootleg copy that was just in Japanese, so I had no idea what's going on.
Uh-huh.
And I played it until I got bored with it,
Mhm.
and that's it.
I
That's
think,
what I know about the Final Fantasy.
I think you would enjoy the older Final Fantasy games they have a turn-based combat system. I think you would enjoy those. Later on, a lot of games they stray away from that, and there's more like action
Wait,
RPGs.
no, but
or
their
stuff like that.
turn-based system is like the one where everyone is standing on the side. And just
Yes.
No, that's not.
Ah.
That's not the type of turn-based combat I like.
Yeah,
I like the XComs, the Jagged Alliances, that stuff, the tactical.
Yeah, you like the more isometric,
Stuff,
like
yeah.
top-down, where you like maneuver,
Yeah.
like Fire Emblem, or I would say you would enjoy. I know Darking, his favorite Final Fantasy game is Final Fantasy Tactics, which is which is more like quote unquote like XCOM, where you have to like maneuver your pieces and it's turn-based.
I'll check it out maybe.
It's but it was on handheld, so you'd have to probably get like an emulator to play that. I don't think it was on PC. But yeah.
If it's not on PC, it doesn't exist to me.
Okay.
All right, what about you, Light? Where can they find more of you?
Light_VIP exclamation mark Light in the chat. I try to stream whenever I have some time. Recently we have been very busy casting though. So this week I most likely won't...
busy casting?
Crazy. This week I most likely won't be able to have a ladder session, but most likely next week, so the week of the 24th of March, I should be able to have like a ladder stream here or there, like a cheeky ladder. Actually, you know what? Tuesday should be able to have a ladder stream, so do check me out there. I do play some StarCraft. I have it scheduled when I'm free to do things outside of casting. Likewise, you also play some Final Fantasy every now and then. Once a week right now. Once a week with Kura, we do play some Final Fantasy 14, where we're working through the main story. It's a game that we started back in 2020, I want to say, and we've been slowly progressing. It's been slow goings, but we enjoy it. It's been fun. Been fun ranting about the story.
Abyssal Reef right now, talking to turtles.
We are talking to turtles, yes, and we're very confused because the turtles they have some weird customs and weird culture. that are questionable.
They don't make sense. The turtles don't make sense.
They don't
They're
make any
crazy.
sense. They don't make any sense at all. We have issues with the
They're not
turtles.
even ninjas.
They right? They don't even wear bandanas. How do we tell them apart? It's crazy. God damn. But yes, you can check me out there. Otherwise, if you want to tune into more of the CranKy Ducklings, exclamation mark socials in the chat, and you'll get a link to our social medias. We have, of course, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Discord. All things CranKy Ducklings. Our next stream is scheduled here for tomorrow. Is going to be the Wardy TV Monday, but also in a couple of hours' time, as long as I'm well rested enough, I'm going to go get some food and going to go get some rest. But we are going to be back in a couple of hours with the Circle. Hold on. What's the name of the tournament? We're going to be back with the Circle Derping Platinum Heroes Edition. This is an FFA tournament, so we're going to be featuring some free-for-all, some FFAs in a couple of hours' time. We'll be there.
All right.
Yeah, it's very chaotic.
Thank you for watching.
Yeah.
Patreon.
Yeah. Oh, right. True. Exclamation Patreon in the chat. You can support us on Patreon. Patreon does fund this tournament. So Sparkling Tuna Cup is funded via Patreon. You can actually see our goal underneath the current schedule. So you can see our goal. We do currently earn 414 USD a month. And the next goal is 6 USD away. We are so close to that next goal. That is to boost the prize pool of Sea Duckling Open and Master Swan Open. So you can boost the prize pool of our amateur events.
The 420 Blaze It?
Oh, I have no idea.
It's the Vape Nation. B and N. I think it's mirrored for me. I don't know how it's up on stream.
Steal mode.
Just imagine that I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, with the gang signs. Let's go. Let's go. So very hip with the kids. Let's go. Yes, so you can help support us on Patreon. Otherwise, thanks for watching, thanks for the support. I do know that Pig is currently hosting his tournament, so we may as well give him a raid. We'll see who is live. Stick around and give them a chance, give them an opportunity, depending on who we do raid, so give them some love. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in a couple of hours for some more StarCraft. See you soon.